Good morning. Okay, at 7:06. Happy Monday to you. Hey,
Happy
Maves.
Monday.
Yeah,
It's
it's the
gonna be a
way
good day.
it is definitely going to be a good day. Cold this morning?
Yeah.
Not cold this morning? Oh, you're not allowed trying to watch yourself. Yeah, the adjustments being made on a Monday morning through here. So super cold this morning. I thought the freeze warnings were over. Am I
Yes.
wrong? Or
Extremely disappointed in this weather.
it kind of yesterday had like that wind factor?
Yeah, yesterday was cold.
Breezy.
Yes. It was not the March that I wanted yesterday.
Had you already put away the big coats and like needed a coat back
I
out?
actually left my big coat at my other office because it got warm. Like one day it got warm and it has not moved from there. So this morning when I was coming in here, I was like, oh, I need my big coat. Nope. Still hanging on the back of the door.
Not
So,
happening.
Charlotte,
That's it.
Not going to have it today. So
Super windy out yesterday, breezy, but kind of by the afternoon.
the afternoon was nice, but yeah, I was angry because of the weather. So I refused. Even when it started to warm up, I was like, no, I'm not going outside. No, disappointed me.
I was trying to find a reason to be angry, but I got some news over the weekend.
Okay.
Happy Gilmore 2 is probably going to be filmed.
Yeah.
It's hard to be angry after
Are
that.
you excited about that?
I'm not big on. Are you big on sequels?
I'm not opposed to a sequel. I just go in with very low expectations.
Super skeptical
Yes.
because
Yes.
it's likely going to be a train wreck.
Right.
It's hard. You can't beat like an original.
Well, like you can't recreate that magic sometimes, you know? And especially like Happy Gilmore's from what, 93, 4,
Somewhere
5,
out in that
somewhere
range.
in there.
Yeah, the 90s.
It's been a minute.
It's been a hot
just
minute.
a little bit.
The characters are going to look a little different.
Yeah, I'm worried that it's going to be hard to reclaim that magic because it was a theme of like rebooting old 90s things too. That was the theme for a minute too. So, yeah, I'll go in optimistic, but low expectations.
Is there a sequel that comes to mind, or maybe there's none, but is there a sequel that comes to mind that you say to yourself,
yes,
that was a banger?
Yeah. Oh, a sequel.
Yeah, a sequel. Well, that's the whole thing.
Okay, well, I
is a
can think of
sequel.
one that I'm excited about though.
Okay.
Freaky Friday. Lindsay Lohan's announced that she's gonna
What's
do
she
a
been up to
sequel.
recently?
I think she's pulled it all together. I think she's back on top.
She's been working on a sequel. Is clearly what she's.
I think she's okay now. I think she's doing good. I watched a really terrible Netflix movie that she was in over the weekend.
Gosh.
Real bad.
But you're confident in the sequel, though.
But Freaky Friday was so good. I feel like it's gonna be okay.
It's It's the role that she connected with. So you're okay with that.
Yeah, I think
and
it's
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, she's gonna sign up. She signed up for
Is
it
her
too.
brother still chasing her around?
I don't know.
The
Who's her
Halloween?
brother? Oh, I never.
Isn't it
saw
her
that
brother?
movie.
Right?
Is that
Wasn't
her-
it? I'm pretty sure it's her
Spoiler.
brother. Oh yeah, sorry. Well, those are from like the 80s.
Excuse me, you have no room to talk.
That's true. What did you spoil Casablanca for me the other week? Is that
I
what
spoiled
happened?
Little Women for you guys. That's what I'll never get over that.
That's fair. No,
Yeah.
you're right about that one. I apologize. No, and sorry to those who haven't seen any of the 14 Halloween.
It's fine. I will never watch them. I don't.
Not a
like-
movie, not a scary movie.
Don't like.
But
scary
Katie
movies.
likes scary movies.
Katie does. Yeah.
Is there a really good? I guess like Saw would have been one of those like follow-up sequel scary movies. You ever see
Yeah.
Saw? Did you even ever see the first one?
I started to watch it, realized it wasn't for me.
I wouldn't call it scary. It was more of like a thriller because
Yeah.
it was two people in like a room like the
I
entire
can handle
time.
the thriller. I can handle that.
And the
yeah.
dude has to cut his foot off.
that part. Yeah.
That was the part that.
Well, when I realized probably what's going to happen.
Sure, someone's cutting their foot off.
Yeah, I'm done.
And they didn't even have to. Like that was kind of the funny thing at the end. I was like, didn't even have to cut his foot off.
Yeah. So you spoiled that one for me too.
Oh, you didn't see that one to the end.
No, I didn't finish. No.
What was it? Oh, The Purge. What about that one?
No. Pass. Pass. No. There's actually somebody in our neighborhood that at Halloween goes and puts red balloons on all the sewer drains.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that scares me.
As a joke.
I just know it's Pete from the neighborhood putting them out there. but
Thankfully, you know
still-
who it is.
Still scares
But
me.
don't spoil it for your neighbors. They may not know. Like,
Oh,
don't,
they
don't
don't
tell
know
them.
who it
Don't
is.
tell them why
They don't
it's
know who it is.
happening.
Yeah, but it's always that just that scares me.
There's a couple of sequels out. I mean, My World sequels are an animated, right? So like, I'm
Yeah.
waiting on. I think it's Shrek 4. No. What's the new one I'm waiting on?
Another Shrek?
Maybe not Shrek. No.
Another Despicable Me?
There is. Yep, that's it. Minions 4. See, look, you knew this.
I think you mentioned it in
I
passing.
probably
and it
have.
Stuck
It's one of
back
the
there
few
in my
things.
brain.
One of the few things that I do in
Yeah.
my life.
Well, like, and some of the remakes, like the Mean Girls remake, very disappointing. You know, the Willy Wonka, which I watched, Katie and I watched. We didn't make it through that one either.
So what aspect of Freaky Friday gives you hope? Is it Lindsay
I
Lohan?
think
Is it
well, I was excited about the Mean Girls remake too, and it
right?
let me
I don't
down.
want you to be disappointed.
I'm not. I'll go in with very low expectations.
How low does it get? I mean, it's already a Freaky Friday sequel. How
You
much
don't like
lower can
Freaky
how
Friday?
much
It's
lower
such a
can you
good
get?
It's so good. It's peak Lindsay Lohan.
That's true. No, it is peak Lindsay Lohan.
And
I remember
Jamie Lee Curtis is fantastic in that movie.
Sure,
too.
she's not getting chased around with a butcher knife.
No.
The other Lindsay Lohan as a kid was the one where the two sisters.
Parent Trap.
Parent Trap.
Yeah.
I recall that one vaguely.
Yeah.
That was a top. Was that a top?
That's a good one too. Yes, I'm just remembering a story about my sister and I in Parent Trap, but I'll save it for another day.
Fair enough. Whatever happened to Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen? They're doing pretty well right now, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, they're not doing well.
No, or maybe they're okay. They're just not in the public eye anymore.
But they are like billionaires.
Yeah.
Like makeup and all that. Like they really like went into like
I don't
a
even
whole
know.
thing.
Yeah, I mean, they're still making money off their VHS tapes from forever ago. So
And
they're
didn't one of
doing
them
all
marry
right.
like French royalty or something like that or something crazy?
Perhaps I haven't kept up with them.
No interest?
No.
Weren't they like a pretty big staple of like the
Yeah,
movie
I
world
was
back in the day though?
I mean, they were, but that wasn't my age group. That was
Hmm.
a little bit younger than me.
Oh, I'm
Well,
showing my age. I apologize.
Wasn't into the Mary Kate and Ashley. I was a big Full House fan.
Okay.
Big
In the
Full House
beginning?
fan. Yeah. All the way through.
Oh, okay.
All the way through.
I didn't know if by the end you had left.
But Candace Cameron, who played DJ Tanner,
Mhm.
we're just about the same age. So
Oh.
just yeah.
Do you follow her now?
Yes.
She's back in the
Yes,
she's
I'm
back
very,
in the game,
yes,
I think,
I
isn't she a
follow
little bit?
her pretty closely. Yeah.
Okay.
Enjoy most of the things that she does.
I wish I knew the guy who played in Free Willy. I can't remember his name, but Free Willy for me, like Free Willy 2. So there's a lot of great sequels that come out years later. Sing 2. I don't know if you've seen that. No.
No.
Sing
No.
1. Did you ever see Sing 1?
I did see that one.
Okay, so
Saw
Sing
that
2
one
was
with
pretty
Katie.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we did see that one.
It's most of my life.
Yeah.
Waiting on Moana 2 right now.
Oh, I do love Moana.
See?
Yeah, Katie was very much the Frozen. There's actually a TikTok trend right now called the Frozen Generation Moms. So that "Do You Want to Build a Snowman" song, and it shows the kid singing that song or singing some song from Frozen like
Constantly.
top of their lungs. Because Katie, there's probably 800 videos of her singing that song, just in my cloud somewhere. And,
Let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it shows the moms like just begging their kids to even talk
Yeah.
to them now.
Now I just got it stuck in your head.
Yeah, now
for the
you're
rest
just
of the
in your
day.
room forever. I'll never see you again.
Frozen is one, but the Frozen 2 came out quickly, right? Like that's the difference. Is here we're talking about, does it matter that it's 40 years later?
It's not 40 years.
No,
since the
25 years.
90s. It's been
30. Almost 30 years.
30
It could
years.
be arguably almost 30 years.
Almost 30 years, yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Been so long that there's a new generation. It's a banger.
Yeah, it may be great. And I did see a post from whoever played Shooter McGavin.
Mhm.
I don't know what his real name is.
Shooter McGavin.
But he said, yeah, that Gilmore's not going to beat me this time.
That's right. I think he said he's taking back his mom's house again. So
Mhm.
it's a great time. We've got Tempo Golf coming in. Speaking of
yes,
Happy
they're gonna be
Gilmore.
here
8:30 though.
8:30, yes.
So on the back end of the show.
Mhm.
If you miss that, you can always go back, catch the podcast wherever you listen to, or watch the video stream wherever you get your videos from. And we'll also clip it for social. So it's just kind of one of those days. So
It'll be a
happy
good
Monday
day.
to you.
Happy Monday.
Hey, you see True Social? You see about this? Oh, we'll talk about it.
Your Good Morning LKN with Justin, Bill, and Mamie is on the way from 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Well, a cold night on the way under a clear sky. Temperatures dip down into the upper 30s. Around the farms, temperatures could even see the mid-30s and some patchy frost possible early Monday morning. It'll be a cold start, but a nice way to kick off the brand new week with sunshine. Temperatures climbing into the low 60s for the afternoon. We'll see increasing clouds for our Tuesday and bring a rain chance back into the forecast by the middle of the week on Wednesday. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. This Saturday, come enjoy Birkdale's first ever Easter egg hunt. Collect 10 eggs and then trade them in for special treats. The event is open to the public. No registration is required. There will be 2 hunts so all our little friends can have some fun. Egg hunt for ages 3 and under starts at 9 a.m. For ages 3 to 7, the hunt will start at 10 a.m. Saturday, Birkdale's first ever Easter egg hunt. Wagyu meatballs? French onion soup? Tomahawk ribeye? Epic Chop House is open again. Come out and have an amazing time in downtown Mooresville. For the best experience, a reservation is recommended. To schedule your reservation, visit epicchophouse.com. You can also call 704-230-1720. That's 704-230-1720. Welcome back, Epic Chop House. epicchophouse.com. Summer camps are just around the corner. Check out some of the camps happening at Kane Center for the Arts. Pottery for teens, paint, Broadway through the ages, and many more. Kane Center for the Arts is offering week-long camps starting June 10th through August 9th. For more info and to register for any of the summer camps, visit canearts.org. That's CAIN arts.org. Merlefest is back, April 25th through the 28th at Wilkes Community College, featuring nearly 100 performers, including Old Crow Medicine Show, Sam Bush, Turnpike Troubadours, the Teskey Brothers, Nickel Creek, and more. Tickets and information at merlefest.org. Listen every morning to Good Morning LKN and follow WSIC News on Instagram for your chance to win tickets. Have an event you would like to tell people about? Yard sales, estate sales, and everything in between? Visit WSICnews.com and click on events to submit your event today.
That morning pep talk for Lake Norman, Statesville with Justin, Bill, and Mamie now on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Good morning, okay, and 7:18. Happy Monday to you. Monday takes just a little bit longer to get. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that button. It just takes a little bit longer. You see exactly. RideICats.com, alternative transportation, $3 each day, each way to commute from Iredell County down to the city of Charlotte. You cruise with Jeff in the HOV lane. Good morning, Jeff. Happy Monday to you, sir.
Good morning. 77 from Statesville to Charlotte. Traffic is getting heavier as the morning progresses. There's no accidents to report. Traffic is flowing. 77 northbound from Charlotte to Statesville. There was just some pockets of heavy traffic, and it'll get heavier as the morning progresses. The secondary roads in Statesville, Mooresville, I've not heard of any issues this morning. So overall, a good start to the Monday.
All right, Jeff, we appreciate that. Thank you, RideICats.com. How's your bracket looking? I'm sitting at, right now, Jeff, 370 points. No idea if that's good or not.
Okay, well, not to up you, but I've got 500 points. I got every team except for I didn't choose Clemson, NC State, or Gonzaga. Those three teams, but every other team I picked. So I'm not doing too bad right now.
Not terrible, Jeff. Not terrible at all, and that's okay. You can definitely, you should be doing better than me. Let's make it clear. Let's make that very clear, Jeff. You definitely should be doing better than me. We appreciate you, Jeff. We'll check in with you at 8:15.
All right. You guys have a great morning.
You too. Bye. RideICats.com, home of the bracket champions.
Mm-hmm.
That could be their logo.
It could be.
How's your bracket doing?
Well, I forgot to submit my
Oh, that's
WSIC bracket, so everybody's doing better than me there. But
You have others, though.
But I have my family bracket. I'm tied second, but with my dad. And if you heard the story of my dad and his bracket from last week,
Sure.
I don't know that means a whole lot.
How many points you working with? Do you got points?
Well, so we did ours. We didn't do ours through the ESPN. We did ours through CBS. That's the one
alternative
my
means.
sister set
Do they
out.
not do points at CBS?
They do points. I'm not really understanding it. I have
What's the conversion?
45 points.
Yeah, definitely a 1 + 2 divided by 4 conversion.
Yeah,
I think,
so
on
I'm
that
not
one.
sure.
Yeah.
So, but
Bill, how about you? How's your bracket looking? Good morning, by the way.
Good morning. I haven't checked. But
Not even concerned. Winning.
beating me.
Is that
Beating Mamie.
Is that's what it's
I'm
about.
still there at 0 points.
I wish I could. It's one of those where we were laughing on Friday, Bill and I, because there's going to be upsets, and it's literally just like a gamble. Like, you have no idea.
can't, yeah.
There's no way to know.
I know.
There's literally no formula to this.
I know.
And that's
There's-
what makes me upset. There's like no math
There's
involved.
no way to figure
I mean,
it
there's
out.
math, but
Oh,
like,
there's people that do these algorithms and spreadsheets and stuff
Sure.
to try and figure it out. Nah. I mean, I like to win. I really just play because I want to win. I want to beat my nephews. That's the only reason I play this bracket challenge.
Yeah, quite a few. I don't want to sit here as if like this affects my daily life. The fact that my bracket was which should be expected, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's because I know so much about sports
Mm-hmm.
that it's almost a detriment to me.
Yeah.
Because I analyze
You're
it so
too
deeply.
good at it.
I just too deep. Like I was worried about like the fact that the sit go that one of the players stopped at didn't have his favorite pack of Bubblicious, and I knew it was going to affect his game.
It's going to affect the game.
4-point spread makes a whole difference.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Anyway, True Social's going public. Did you see this?
I did see that.
So
are you pumped about this?
I mean, it's an interesting time. It's a whole interesting game, right? Related to the Trump lawsuits and all this kind of stuff. And I mean, a $500 million bond, I think, is what he's got going on right now. Is what they're trying to get him to pay, which is crazy, by the way. I saw a comparison. Bernie Madoff, I think's bond was like $11 million. And if you compare the two, like there's literally 0 victims in President Trump's lawsuit. But yeah, $500 million, and so he's been trying for a while to take True Social public. Are you on True Social?
No, I am not.
Did you ever apply to be on True Social?
I never did. Are you on it?
I'm on. I mean, I don't get on it, but the very first day it was announced, like, well, I gotta try to get a user, and I still don't know if it's open like to the public to.
So you have
apply.
to request.
I don't know, to be honest with you. Again, I haven't got back on it too often, but I know that was a whole dynamic for a while. Like my mom tried to get an account, but I was like, no, come back later type thing. So it was an interesting play to try to start a social media company, but. Selling it off and or going public with it, why not? This is about $3 billion he'll get from the deal.
So
almost double his value, his worth.
Yeah.
Financial worth.
Oh,
I don't want to
good for him.
I don't want to put financial by people's worth. Anyway, different conversation.
No.
It's
Yeah,
Monday.
I
I'm trying
get
to
what
keep
you're saying.
keep
I get what you're saying.
things in check.
Yeah. Good job. I'm proud of you. What's the? Sorry, my brain went somewhere else. I was
No,
just
that's
thinking
okay.
about
We can
the
go
rules
wherever. Where'd you
about-
want to go? Where'd
the
your brain
rules
want to go?
about running for president and like, I guess it doesn't matter if you own a corporation. I know there's rules like with media and stuff like that. So that's why he had to stop doing The Apprentice and stuff like that. So I just was wondering with companies, are there any rules?
Like what happens?
Like,
yeah.
Does he have to step down as
He definitely would. I mean, he already has to be because he's announced he's running now. He's the candidate for the Republican Party, right? The de facto, assuming that, again, everything goes through at the whatchamacalls them. What are those called again? Conventions.
Primaries?
Yeah,
Conventions?
the
I don't know.
conventions. Yeah. Where the caucuses all go and officially
Yeah,
vote.
man, we're batting 1,000 a day.
Look, because the process is more complicated than you realize. But so going public with the company, yeah, I'm sure he's already probably got cigarettes. But I'm more so like, hey, starting a social media company and going public for $3 billion. That's not a bad day.
It's not a bad
too
Monday.
bad right there.
Yeah.
Just would that be a win? That would be a win.
I
right?
would think so. Yeah. Anything that's going to increase my net worth
By $3 billion.
by $3 billion,
Yeah.
I would say, yeah. I'll put that in the win category.
We'll take that one.
I'll
yeah.
take it. Yeah.
I also wanted to find a way to talk about it, but it was so I don't know if you saw any of the Russia stuff over the weekend.
I did not. No.
Oh, you didn't see any of the Russia
No,
stuff?
I remember I watched a Lindsay Lohan made for Netflix movie this weekend. That's what I did.
So there was a terrorist attack in
There
Russia.
was,
Oh
okay.
yeah, and there was 4 gunmen that went into a place and shot about 100 was it a couple hundred people?
Oh
about.
gosh, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. But the difference is Russia immediately, searching for the shooters, allegedly. And there's a whole lot of things to talk about there. Gets them and basically online, like showing, like they're torturing them, right? Like they're torturing.
Yeah.
And look, I'm not saying don't. Let me be very clear about that. You go in guns blazing like that, and you do that. I don't. It's just an interesting time in the world right now when I see this. And is this a Twitter thing that's making this like more public than usual? Because there's something else that we have to be honest about. There are dozens, sometimes hundreds of terrorist attacks that happen every single day around the world that we never will hear
Right.
about. That literally happen around the world on micro and macro levels every single day that we will never hear about.
Mm-hmm.
Is this okay that that the world is watching this one in particular in real time? Because it seems like, and I don't know, but the sentiment across the internet over the weekend shifted heavily toward, are we pro-Russia at this point or no? I wasn't sure about that. I couldn't tell from the internet.
Pro-Russia as in what? As in like taking like
Something bad happened to them, so we're not thinking about all the other stuff going on.
Okay.
That's what it seems like on the internet. At least
Yeah.
my timeline. I don't know about your timeline.
No.
Not in your timeline.
Didn't even.
Just mine.
No. Just.
Deep trenches. It's a tragedy. I mean, it's sickening because like the
Yeah.
shooters were wearing cameras. There's cameras of people's cell phones. It was like a theater. It was a wide open theater.
Oh, God.
And
It is terrible.
but the way of the world right now. And watching this kind of stuff in real time just makes you think like, what are we doing with some of this stuff?
I don't know. Just opens you up how crazy the world is too.
Is it okay to have a stance on some of these things even, I wonder about, right? Because like Russia's a different part of the world. Do we need to be involved at all? Okay.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on like United States getting involved in things like this? It's
a fair
like
question.
a Russian issue, right? It's not, there's no Americans involved in this. Do you have any?
I'm sure that in some, and I don't want to come out and say, oh, there's none involved because I don't know of the hundreds of victims, right? We have no idea.
Right. Oh yeah, we don't know if there.
We don't know.
Might have been like one American or
Could have been
something like that.
Now,
Yeah,
let's
we're
not
sure.
forget, there's American citizens being held hostage by Hamas right now.
Right.
And there's not a lot of outcry on that right now. So our stance in the world, in my opinion, we've gone so far down the rabbit hole that if we don't do something sometimes, the rest of the world will just implode. And it's just the reality of our position in the world. Should we do things is different than must we do things, I guess, is part of the conversation.
But if you were in charge, would you send somebody over to do anything?
See, this is why I'm not in charge, and I can tell you exactly why. I wouldn't get elected because I'm not so diplomatic in some of these things. Like you come in like that, we can chop heads off too. Like it don't bother me.
Okay.
And we can chop feet off and hang
That
people
doesn't-
upside
that
down.
don't bother you?
Nah. I just personally, I say let them meet their maker, let them meet God real quick, and then that way let him sort through it. Because what's the point of going through a whole song and dance?
Yeah.
These people don't know anything. They're talking about online that they got messaged via the Telegram app, which that's really what my mind went to is like the sickening thing that people are working through these social media channels, like these apps and everything like that. So for kids and keeping them on there, if you've ever used the Telegram app, I don't know if you have, basic communication tool, international, you got to be vigilant with your kids.
Yeah, you do have to be really careful. I mean, that's a whole other.
That's what I mean.
I could talk about that for hours and hours.
And you've been through it all. I haven't even started that cycle
through
yet.
The social media technology teaching, like everybody out there is not good.
It's not.
It does not have good intentions.
No.
Yeah.
And so you got to be cautious on that. And part of it is for the rest of the world, should we be involved? We have to be involved to an extent. There's no way we can't be involved in some way, shape, or form. But at what point this is basically middle school JV is what's happening around the world is what it feels like.
Okay.
It's
explain.
so low grade,
Oh,
non-adult-like decisions and rhetoric being used. It's like, are there any adults left in the room anymore?
That's a thought. Yeah.
It's Monday.
I mean, yeah.
This
we
is a
went
remnant of the
heavy.
weekend.
Can we talk about food next?
Oh, we hadn't even 7:29.
This is so heavy today.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it really is. It's food for thought. It's good discussions, and it's good to think about like things that go on
real.
outside. Yeah, like in the real world, right? Because my timeline was just people complaining about how cold it was this weekend, and that's what I was going. So yeah, I don't always open myself up to what's going on in the rest of the world.
And the rhetoric, you got to be careful of it in both ways, right? There's truth and, things you got to be cautious of. But the whole open border concept here, like it's a big problem.
It is.
And we should be willing to have discussions about it. So, I don't know.
Here.
Well, a cold night on the way under a clear sky. Temperatures dip down into the upper 30s. Around the farms, temperatures could even see the mid-30s and some patchy frost possible early Monday morning. It'll be a cold start, but a nice way to kick off the brand new week with sunshine. Temperatures climbing into the low 60s for the afternoon. We'll see increasing clouds for our Tuesday and bring a rain chance back into the forecast by the middle of the week on Wednesday. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
When you have problems with your heating system, you need SHA Mechanical. Serving the region since 1975, SHA will make sure your system always stays in the best condition. Visit SHA Mechanical online at shamechanical.com.
This is Daniel.
And this is Marsha.
From NC Auto Repair. Keep that car running like new this new year by stopping by NC Auto Repair for all your automotive needs. We're now offering a customer loyalty program for your oil changes. If it's automotive related, we can handle it. Stop by and see us at 1015 Davie Avenue or call us at 980-223-2957. NC Auto Repair. And remember, if you want to go far, you've got to service that car.
Cold weather is here, but that doesn't mean it has to be cold inside. At G&B Energy, we provide clean and efficient propane to heat your water heater, warm your home, and cook your meals, even when the power's out. We are a family-owned and North Carolina-grown business known for fair prices and expert service. Visit G&B Energy today on Intercraft Drive in Statesville or gnbenergy.com. G&B Energy, home of the $480 Rinnai tankless water heater. Restrictions apply.
Hey everyone, it's Matt Madison with Doug Madison Realty. You know, everyone I talk to is concerned about a housing crash. Well, here's the metric that you need to look at that's different from 2008. 2008, housing supply was at 10.3 months. Now, today, it's a little over 3 months. So as you can see, we still have a shortage of homes on the market, which means that prices will continue to appreciate in the foreseeable future. If you've got questions, give us a call at Doug Madison Realty, 704-873-7700.
Hey, this is Representative Jeff McNeely. Don't turn your dial. I'm coming on at 11 a.m., and I want you to be there so you can listen to me on News Talk WSIC.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. More trouble for big tech in Europe. Apple, Alphabet, Google's parent, and Meta Platforms, which of course owns Facebook and Instagram, could all see heavy fines. The European Commission says Apple and Google's App Store rules will be the targets of the first investigations. For Meta Platforms, the issue involves new subscription fees in Europe. The news comes just days after the Justice Department sued Apple last week on antitrust grounds in the U.S. A 1-2 punch when you need health care. The Wall Street Journal says hospitals now are adding billions of dollars in facility fees to medical bills for routine care in outpatient centers they own. And the report says they're nearly impossible to avoid as hospitals buy up more medical groups. That raises prices by hundreds of dollars. Hospitals say the fees help offset extra costs from regulations. On Wall Street, a step back. S&P futures are down 13, NASDAQ futures 61, Dow futures down 75 points. Joan Doniger, Bloomberg Radio.
They're back. More of Justin, Bill, and Mamie now. It's Good Morning LKN from WSIC. Local starts here.
Good morning, OKN. 7:33. Happy Monday to you. I kind of messed up a little bit before there on the last segment. I was supposed to do something that I didn't do, and so now I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird's a winner. Well, a bird is a winner.
It's time for the word of the day. What's the word?
Word of the day.
Good morning, all, on this wonderful Monday.
Ooh.
What is it, March 25th?
Already.
Yes,
Already.
week.
March
Last week
25th.
of March.
I think there was a lunar eclipse last night. Spectacular. Full moon.
Oh, I saw the moon last night when I was walking, but it was an eclipse.
It was a lunar eclipse where it goes sun, earth, moon.
You know, it's funny you said. I thought to myself, the moon is really bright tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, that was because of the lunar eclipse.
Thank you for that. Now I don't feel as crazy.
Right.
Okay, thank you,
All
Bill.
right, yeah. Today's word of the day presented by Merlefest. Merlefest, April the 25th through the 28th. Now it's a month away.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're in the time zone. We're in the zone. We're going to have the director of Merlefest on next week.
Next week, yeah.
Sorry.
Very exciting.
No, this
Very
week.
exciting.
This week.
This week.
Either this week or next week. Tune in every day to find out.
Yeah.
Today's word of the day is dragoon.
Dragoon.
Is that just a fancy way to say dragon?
Not quite.
Oh.
That's what I thought. That's what drew my attention to it. A dragoon. Dragoon. For those following along at home, we're dealing with the verb dragoon. Dragoon.
Dragoon.
Dragoon.
I like the double O in there.
Yeah, it is cool.
It's a verb, so it's what you do. You want to be.
You can conjugate it.
You want to use this to your advantage.
Can we get it in a sentence, please?
Yes.
Now you got my mind tingling.
Employees complained that they had been dragooned into working overtime without adequate compensation.
Bamboozled.
Tricked. You guys are flirting all around
No,
it.
it's
You guys are flirting all around it.
Mm.
Mamie and Justin dragoon listeners with their lively hosting on the morning radio show, Good Morning LKN, ensuring an engaging start to the day. Dragoon.
I don't know.
Fairy tale. No, that's not
No.
it.
Tricking is pretty much right. The definition I have in front of me is to force or convince someone to do something.
Convince was what was in my brain. I was trying to think
Was
of
it?
that
That was
word.
what was
I
in
was
your
trying to
brain.
think of that word.
That was the one. Convince.
Just wasn't coming to the forefront.
Dragoon. Well, it's
Dragoon.
Monday and we're all
Convince.
just getting started, so
Dragoon me that them Coolie boys won't be a fire show during Merlefest.
dragoon me. Did you just Did you just replace the word convince?
Yeah.
Dragoon me.
Yeah.
You can be dragooned into that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
In
will be a great
dragoon-like
show.
fashion. Yeah. Isn't that what it means? I mean, why is that so?
You are the mother of dragoons.
Hey. Also, makes me. You know what it really makes me think about? Crab Rangoon.
Crab dragoon.
Crab Dragoon from Ease.
I can be dragooned into ordering some rangoons for lunch.
Yep.
7:37. There you
Please,
go.
we're on food now.
There's that
Life
food.
is good.
Thanks for that,
Back
Bill.
to normal.
Yeah,
Thank
dragoon,
You, Bill.
dragoon.
That's a good word.
Dragoon me. No, that doesn't play as much. But speaking of food, Chick-fil-A. Did you hear? You did hear the drama about Chick-fil-A.
Okay, there's two stories. Okay, I did hear the drama about Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
That was in my timeline about their change.
Is it real though?
I don't know. But I've
Or is
seen
it
on-
AI?
I've seen it on several different news sources.
They can use an AI chicken now?
No.
What are they doing?
They're going to get rid of they're going to move from fully antibiotic free.
They're
Is that
shifting
right?
from no antibiotics ever to no antibiotics important to human medicine
Yeah.
for the chicken.
Hmm.
So they're making the shift. And they're saying the reason for it, can you guess why, Bill?
Profit.
Cost.
Yep. Cost. Yeah.
So instead of is this going to move the needle for Chick-fil-A? Going from
Profits over people, baby.
That's right, baby. Choose profits.
Always. People let you down.
No antibiotics ever.
Not them profits, though.
To no antibiotics important to human medicine. Slight shift. Same thing, more words.
Is it going to make me eat? Honestly, I didn't know they used no antibiotics ever chicken.
And that's what I was going to ask.
I didn't
Did
even know
in
that.
any way, shape, or form.
It will not impact the amount of times I go to Chick-fil-A. If the taste is different, now that will impact it. But if it tastes the same, going just as much.
Surely they've tested the taste.
I'm sure they have.
I mean, they've probably had. Let's be real honest. Are they sure it's 100% no antibiotics ever that they've been using? They want to go on
Well-
record and say confirmed 100%. Every piece of chicken that Chick-fil-A has sold was used with a chicken that never had antibiotics.
I'm sure there's a way they can track like where they get their chicken from.
You don't think somebody slipped in a chicken every once in a while just to play a joke on
That
Chick-fil-A?
chicken had a cough and they just gave it an antibiotic real quick.
Or just slipped on, that's one of them antibiotic ones.
So I will not. It won't make any difference on how often I eat there. But there's also some people who have health issues and stuff like that, and that might impact.
But couldn't this
What they
be, should we use, is this really an opportunity to use chicken for medicine? Like, hey, let's give the antibiotics to the chickens, and then we digest the chickens. Ipso facto, we're super healthy.
Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks.
You are what you eat.
That's it.
Thank you.
Look at me eating all this medicine.
It's like, the chicken ate the vegetables. I ate the chicken. I ate the vegetables.
Right. That should work,
Ipso
right?
facto, I like the logic.
Yeah.
The only food group I think that it doesn't work on is desserts. I think that's the only one where there's particular membranes inside of our own bodies. You have to actually digest that in order to have the same nutritional effect.
Gotcha.
Right.
That it's digested through a third party's tum-tum.
Okay.
So I'll take the soft serve.
Yeah.
I don't know what the standard is for no antibiotics important to human medicine, though. Do you guys know anything?
I
about
don't
these
even
standards?
understand
I've
the
never
sentence,
heard that.
to be honest.
I've never heard that abbreviation. I remember when I saw the abbreviation of NABIOTICS, IHM. I was like, that's made up. Somebody just made that up right now.
It's common
It's not
vernacular.
real.
I don't know why it's so difficult
Nobody
for
uses
you
that.
It's no antibiotics ever, or well, no, it's actually NIHM. It's no antibiotics important to human medicine. Let's
Yeah.
be very clear about that. That's common when I go to McDonald's. I say, wait a second, are you guys on that ne or that nahim? I always ask them that.
Yeah, when you go up to order at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what does the 16-year-old say that's taking your order?
Next. Doesn't even take the order.
No.
Sir, there's a self-use
My
self-use
pleasure.
checkout.
My pleasure for you to get out of here.
To the kiosk, sir. To the kiosk. All right.
Those Chick-fil-A employees, they are the nicest, though.
Should Chick-fil-A start selling burgers?
No.
Still no.
No.
I
I do love the minis, though. I wish they sold those all day.
I still wish they had spicy strips here.
They got rid of
Changed
those.
my life.
Yeah, but they brought back the Cool Wrap, which is my favorite. So
The Cool Wrap?
yeah, it's like grilled chicken, lettuce, cheese, some carrots, like mixed vegetables in there, and a wrap. It's real good.
We got this new cookbook because we're trying to do things, and it's Chick-fil-A nuggets. Basically, you can make like knockoff Chick-fil-A nuggets, and then we've been shopping at Aldi quite a bit. Do you shop at Aldi?
I do. I love Aldi.
I see you're trying to rock some Aldi gear here.
I'm wondering. Well, since you couldn't get the Dunkin' merch, I wonder if this would be
The Aldi gear, the
enough
spring
of
line?
the spring line. Yes.
The
Would you wear?
the unisex red windbreaker looks pretty fresh.
That's what I'm wondering. Would you wear that?
I mean, I would.
You would?
I just don't think that color would do me justice. The blue, the men's navy joggers, though. Now those and that the Aldi gray baseball cap. That's more of a dad cap right there. I'd rock that thing.
You like that one?
That Aldi stuff is fresh.
Right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's got me feeling summer vibes.
It definitely
It's the spring line for Aldi. Who knew?
Spring to summer. I'm transitioning.
Aldi had their spring line.
Yeah, this is tough stuff. I like it.
It's pretty good.
My body's ready
Is
to
it
make a transition.
still same quarter I can borrow, quarter I can give it back?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the shopping cart.
Oh, I thought it was for the sweater.
No.
No, it's not. It's not
No,
the same
just
cost.
the cart.
No.
And you've also got to bring your own bags too.
Yeah, that's fine.
Does the bring your own bags bother you about Aldi?
Not so much because we have it, and Demi keeps them in the back of the car now. So when we go in there, it's a pretty fun experience. We're also just at the stage with the kids, like they're just wild. And
Do they go to the store with y'all?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, that's like our activity out. You know, that's like our
that's
get
your
out of the
Sunday,
house.
have
Yeah,
a
that's
good
our
time?
yeah. But now it's like Noah wants to hang on the cart and like ride that way. Subsequently, of course, Emmy wants to hang on the cart as well. So it becomes a quite the elusive adventure. Now, if I was rocking this Aldi gear while walking through Aldi,
I mean, that Aldi bucket hat.
that's So some of this like it kind of changes the vibe of Aldi.
Right.
To be honest with you, it kind of brings it to another level that some places don't have.
There's a sentiment that Aldi's the new Target because Target's just gotten too expensive and kind of out of control. So Aldi with the groceries, now they got the gear and they have the aisle of shame.
That picture that Bill's got up, you'll have to turn around and see it. That is like Target-esque though, kind of from like
I'm
a
getting
marketing.
big Target vibes.
Yeah.
Target vibes
Yeah.
on that.
So yeah.
I got to go online to get this, or I can get it in the store.
You can get it in the store. We're available, or
What?
you can purchase
I didn't
online.
see this in the store yesterday.
They didn't have it out in the store.
Not that I mean
that
now,
stuff when it goes into the stores, it sells out fast.
I can imagine.
Because at Christmas they had Aldi slippers. Yeah, Katie went to like 3 different Aldis to try to find them.
At what point did Aldi gear become? Am I too far past? Am I top signaling this right now at this point? Is that what? Now Aldi's going to go down if I buy some of their gear?
Oh no, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You keep the brand strong.
They got like dogs and puppies in this too, so people with the dog gear.
I wanted to get Layla the dog sweatshirt. I still might.
Regardless of what you think about Aldi, it was packed yesterday.
Yeah.
It was packed.
And I was at Teeter. It was insane.
Tempo golf at 8:30. Maybe a little virtual action inside here. It's too small of a room to swing a club, though, maybe, I think.
We'll try it anyway.
We'll have more Good Morning LKN coming up on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Well, a cold night on the way under a clear sky. Temperatures dip down into the upper 30s. Around the farms, temperatures could even see the mid-30s and some patchy frost possible early Monday morning. It'll be a cold start, but a nice way to kick off the brand new week with sunshine. Temperatures climbing into the low 60s for the afternoon. We'll see increasing clouds for our Tuesday, bring a rain chance back into the forecast by the middle of the week on Wednesday. That's your forecast for the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. This Saturday, come enjoy Birkdale's first ever Easter egg hunt. Collect 10 eggs and then trade them in for special treats. The event is open to the public. No registration is required. There will be 2 hunts so all our little friends can have some fun. Egg hunt for ages 3 and under starts at 9 a.m. For ages 3 to 7, the hunt will start at 10 a.m. Saturday, Birkdale's first ever Easter egg hunt. Wagyu meatballs? French onion soup? Tomahawk ribeye? Epic Chop House is open again. Come out and have an amazing time in downtown Mooresville. For the best experience, a reservation is recommended. To schedule your reservation, visit epicchophouse.com. You can also call 704-230-1720. That's 704-230-1720. Welcome back. Summer camps are just around the corner. Check out some of the camps happening at Kane Center for the Arts. Pottery for teens, paint, Broadway through the ages, and many more. Kane Center for the Arts is offering week-long camps starting June 10th through August 9th. For more info and to register for any of the summer camps, visit canearts.org. That's CAIN arts.org. MuralFest is back, April 25th through the 28th at Wilkes Community College, featuring nearly 100 performers, including Old Crow Medicine Show, Sam Bush, Turnpike Troubadours, the Teskey Brothers, Nickel Creek, and more. Tickets and information at muralfest.org. Listen every morning to Good Morning LKN and follow WSIC News on Instagram for your chance to win tickets. Have an event you would like to tell people about? Yard sales, estate sales, and everything in between? Visit WSICnews.com and click on events to submit your event today.
That morning pep talk for Lake Norman, Statesville, with Justin, Bill, and Mamie now on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Good morning, okay, and 7:48. Happy Monday to you. Back at it, right there. Just comes that quick.
Yeah.
It's nice to have audio back in my headphones. Why doesn't North Carolina allow fires on the beach? Or we do or we don't? I don't think we do, right?
I don't think we do.
I've not ever seen one in all my trips to the
I've never seen
beach.
one ever. No.
There's a video out, though, of a new fire on the beach. I don't know if this started. I don't know if this started, though, as a bonfire, and maybe this is the reason why we're not allowed to do this.
Yeah.
But in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, so not even North Carolina, but South Carolina, there was a big old fire on the beach. And again, I go back to, why not allow bonfires? Don't we naturally need some
Maybe
some
it's because
fire?
the dunes, because this is what's on fire here. It looks like the dunes are on fire.
And that's not good.
Yeah, because those dunes are like, you can't even like look at them wrong without getting a fine for them. You can't even think about jumping on a dune without getting a fine.
No, you really can't. And like the whole sea turtles thing and all that stuff,
Yeah.
right? But the sea turtles don't come to South Carolina, do they? Oh, wait, I guess they do. Sea turtles live in South Carolina?
I think I've only ever seen the nests, the little protected areas in North Carolina beaches.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's wild. But
That's a
it looks
big
like
old
it's
fire.
the dunes that are on fire. So maybe that's why you can't, because those grasses are probably super flammable.
Yeah, WSICnews.com, all the social platforms you can see now. Bill's got the video up. Yeah, so a fire out of South Carolina on the beach in North Myrtle Beach.
Mhm.
It's funny you said North Myrtle Beach in South Carolina, but anyway. Yeah, maybe this is the reason why, because of the dunes. Maybe that's why we're not allowed to have bonfires. Also because people end up doing some dumb stuff.
That's
you
true.
know, that's also a factor.
That's true.
People are going to be people. But maybe this was natural.
Well, maybe.
Or maybe it was bonfire related.
Maybe it was bonfire. Maybe it was somebody flicking their cigarette off the balcony too. I mean, it is South Carolina.
They don't allow cigs on the beach, though, in South Carolina.
Are you sure about that? I've been to Ocean Lakes a time or two. Have you ever been there?
Where is that at? Is that
Ocean
South
Lakes
Carolina?
is like Surfside area. It's a campground. If you ever want to, don't want to go all the way to Shelby, but still want to experience what me growing up was like, go to Ocean Lakes for the weekend.
That's a good
It's
summation of
Shelby
the
at the
entire
beach.
thing.
Yeah, yeah. When I go there, I see everybody that I know from old hometown.
That's going to cause some problems, the fire on the beach, especially if it gets to the house, particularly with insurance. I imagine is not going to be too happy about this one with whatever happened there. I mean, if this is an Airbnb or anything like that, that's going to be pretty rough. Also rough, I don't know if you saw, speaking of insurance, California, State Farm is not renewing 72,000 home and apartment policies. They claim because of the cost that they just can't do it for the viability of the company.
Just they can't even charge somebody what it would cost them, or what? It's just because of what they've had to pay out for that specific property.
Yeah, and so
I don't know how home insurance works.
So insurance is a process. It's very regulated, right? What they can charge, how the claims process, all of that stuff, very heavily regulated state to state. And like, for example, right now there's a big push to increase the rate for insurance in North Carolina because of the cost of these companies in replacing stuff. When catastrophes happen, natural occurrences happen, but then obviously government regulation plays into it as well. And this is what the quote says: "This decision was not made lightly, and only after careful analysis of State Farm's General's financial health, which continues to be impacted by inflation, catastrophe exposure, reinsurance costs, and the limitations of working within decades-old insurance regulations." So that's going to be unfortunate for 72,000 folks.
That is. Well, that's State Farm's won't insure it, but do you think they'll be able to get insurance from somewhere else?
See, but there's got to be an ancillary effect of, okay, State Farm's not insuring it. Do we really want to take that on as Progressive or Allstate? You know what I mean?
For a big area like that. Like for my house, my roof is original to the house.
Okay.
So 2002. I think is when the house was
you're
built.
at about
but I get it looked
22
at.
years.
Yeah, I get it looked at every year.
You got a 30-year architectural shingle on that
I don't
bad
know
boy?
what they put on there.
Coming up on a lifespan on that one.
So I keep thinking it's going to need to be replaced, but we get it checked out, get the thumbs up, everything's good. Do a little bit of maintenance on it, but I can't get insurance from a lot of companies, like home insurance, because the age of our roof.
Well, they'll insure, they just won't cover you on a roof replacement.
That kind of thing. So just so it's interesting. Yeah, so it took me a while to find somebody who would cover it.
In the real estate world, like when a closing happens and like the home inspection occurs, the roof is one of like the big things, along with like your HVAC and your appliances and those kinds of matters because of the cost, right? It's, back in the day, pre-COVID, figure, I don't know, 7,000 to 10,000 to replace your roof.
Right.
Don't know what the exact number is today because I haven't tried to get a replacement recently. But that with insurance is a huge part of it. Like State Farm is notorious for not replacing roofs. Like they're known.
Oh, really?
Oh, for sure.
That's not who we have. That's good to know.
Now, Travelers, on the other hand, that's what the one I hear that's really easygoing on the roof replacement. The reason why State Farm doesn't, and this is really like the language of the policy, I don't think this varies company to company, but State Farm sticks to it harder. It's got to be a single incident for them to do replacement. Okay. And so a general, over the course of 25 years, generic wear and tear, they don't replace based on that. And they stick to that pretty hard. I do have experience on that, and it was very frustrating.
Yeah, it sounds frustrating.
Yeah. So, but for California, well, and I can only imagine what the cost of insurance is in California. Are you kidding me? Everything else is crazy high.
Everything in
California, that's what I
mean.
mean.
Ridiculous.
Cost of everything everywhere is crazy.
That's true. But yeah, whenever you travel outside of, whenever I travel outside North Carolina, I'm like, oh yeah, I thought it was expensive to live there. It's like nowhere close to what it is in New York, Chicago, California. It's crazy.
Yeah. Grateful for North Carolina.
I love living here. I don't ever want to go anywhere else.
So would that be, well, you can't, as president though, you would have to, you'd have to support all 50 states.
Well, sure, but I don't have to live.
Would you be willing to call a favorite? Like if you're president, my favorite state?
Yeah.
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Yeah, of course.
My favorite city? Shelby.
No, not my favorite city.
You wouldn't go on record with Shelby?
No.
But that's where like your roots are from.
I know, but it's still, I've changed a lot since I left there. I'm not the same person as I was when I left.
But didn't Shelby make you who you are today?
No. No.
Was it Cheerwine?
It got started. It got a head start, but no, it didn't make me who I was today.
I'm really vibing for Shelby right now.
I know you are. You want to move everything there? Good morning, Shelby.
I don't mind going to Shelby.
Yeah,
I've been to the Shelby Fair before. Is that the fair?
Yeah, that's
There's
the fair.
a fair. There is a fair there.
Yeah, Cleveland County Fair.
Cleveland County Fair.
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time you've been to that?
We talked about, remember the fish story, winning the fish?
But that was like years ago,
That
wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the last time I was there. It's 5 years ago.
Oh, you made it sound like Katie was only like 5 years old in that story.
No.
Oh. She was so excited about the goldfish.
She was like 11 or 12.
Like 15?
Yeah, I think she was 12, 11, 12. I don't know. However old she was, 5
It's
years,
been
13.
too many years. Have you ever been to the North Carolina State Fair?
I have not been to the North Carolina. Is that a good one?
Sure. I mean, they all have funnel cake.
I
Makes
mean,
them all good.
I can get funnel cake. I'm sure I can get that somewhere around here.
Well,
That's all it takes to enjoy the fair.
You probably, I mean, you could in theory make it just at home. You don't even have to go anywhere.
You can make a funnel cake at home?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. Where do you get the funnel?
What?
You know, I do love the funnel cake like...
Why is it called funnel? Wait, now you got my mind thinking on why is it called funnel cake?
Because it gets poured out of a funnel.
Like a canal?
Yeah, it's like this this contraption they put the batter in, and it's a funnel at the top. And you pour it out, and it makes the little design.
And that's what it is.
And that's why it's called a funnel cake, because it's poured from a funnel.
I thought it was just fun to eat.
Just because it's fun.
Yeah, I thought someone just got so excited.
A fun cake.
Yeah. I thought someone was so excited that they didn't even come up with it. They came with a new word. It's funnel. This is a funnel cake, if I've ever had one. That's how I thought it came. No, it's not?
No.
Oh. I learned something new today. It's deep fried and delicious.
It is delicious.
But you could air fry it though, probably is why I'm thinking.
Air fry a funnel cake.
Why not?
I'm sure you could.
But you'd probably have to like pre-cook it a little bit. You can't put raw batter in an air fryer, can you?
I have not gone that far into finding out what an air fryer can do. I know it can do a lot
Test
of things.
the limits.
Yeah, I'm usually just making fries in it.
Yeah, I don't think you could put raw batter in. Although is there an air fryer with oil? No, that's the whole point. That
it's air.
Justin, don't be dumb. That was dumb. No, air fryers don't have oil.
It has air.
It's got air. It cooks with air.
Yeah.
Just it heats up the air really hot.
I don't know how it works. It's magic. I think it is.
No.
I think it's just magic.
It just bing.
Yeah, like
How you refill the magic juice?
I don't know. It's just magic that makes the air fryer work.
No.
I think so. I think it's witchcraft.
I really want to know that. Can you put raw batter? Is there an air fryer that can handle raw batter?
Well, I wonder if you could make like cookies. You could make cookies in an air fryer, couldn't you? Like put cookie dough in there and have them cook up. I bet that would work.
But again, I go back to raw dough. Can you do
raw
that?
That's raw dough, though. Cookie dough is raw dough.
So is funnel. Funnel's raw dough, isn't it? Is that what I'm supposed to call it? Or does I just call it dough until the time I swirl it through a funnel?
Though. It's not dough. It's batter.
Oh, that's true. It's
like
batter.
Pancake batter.
Okay, that's fair.
But different, I guess, different
but same.
Yeah. Same thing. Yeah.
But it's not called, but it's only called funnel cake because of the process of putting it through the funnel.
Correct.
So if I just make a deep fried cake.
That's an elephant ear.
What?
Have you ever seen an elephant ear?
Like the plant?
No, there's elephant ears and there's funnel cakes. You can get both of them at the fairs, the festivals, etc.
I've never heard of elephant ear. Bill, have you ever heard of elephant ear?
Just the plant. I'm with you on that one.
Okay. Well, it's a real thing.
It's
I
a Shelby
promise.
thing.
I do believe it.
They have both at the Cleveland County Fair. You can get elephant ear, which is just the dough not poured out of a funnel, or you can get the funnel cake, which is the funnel design.
I'm learning so much right now.
I know, and all about food.
So now we can make the contraption for the air fryer that allows batter to be cooked in an air fryer. How about that?
We'll work on that this afternoon.
Air fried pancakes.
Oh, you can do air fried pancakes. I have seen that. You can.
So in theory, then, if you can do pancakes,
you can do funnel cake
with no antibiotics.
With no antibiotics.
Chicken flavored funnel cake.
Profits over people, baby.
Tempo Golf coming up at 8:30. We're going to try to have Joe Berg at 8:15. We'll change that up, get a look at his bracket, see how things are doing. I think he's in 10th right now in the bracket challenge. You and Bill, you and Ben are tied for 6th. I don't know where I stand, and Mamie didn't submit a bracket.
I'm sorry.
So, but you have a bracket.
I tried.
You just didn't submit it.
Right.
But
I thought about it.
Yeah.
Profits over people.
Serving you better than ever before. WSIC, Statesville, W290DK Mooresville, W264CU Statesville.
secret in 2016. In the civil fraud case, he has until today to come up with a very pricey bond to appeal a fine he calls fraudulent.
New York Judge Arthur Engeron determined that former President Trump lied about the value of Trump properties to obtain better loans and insurance policies. And while the former president's liable for $454 million, over $100,000 in interest has accrued each day it's unpaid. The former president's attorneys tried to post bond on the amount so they could appeal the case, but none of the surety companies would do it, citing the high amount.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal, if the former president does not post that bond, Attorney General Letitia James could start to seize Trump assets. Now to the illegal immigration border crisis that's become a big Trump campaign issue. Vice President Harris tells ABC's This Week.
The former president would prefer to run on a problem instead of fix a problem.
Fox's Peter Ducey reports.
Vice President Harris is going to make an announcement later on today that she's raised over $5 billion since 2021 from private companies. She thinks that is going to help address these root causes of migration. Later on today, we are also going to see her here at the White House hosting the president of Guatemala.
Russia launched more missiles today at Kyiv. Ukrainian officials say 2 were shot down, but 5 people were injured. The U.S. rejects Russia's claim Ukraine was involved in the plot in Friday's terror attack that killed more than 130 people in Russia. 4 suspects were in court.
3 of the suspects were marched bent double into court. The 4th brought in a wheelchair and appeared to lose consciousness. All appeared to have been beaten. Their faces are bruised, and Russian media reports at least 1 suffered electric shocks during interrogation. According to court statements, 2 of the suspects admit committing an act of terrorism.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. America's listening to Fox News.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Federal authorities are now pressuring banks to spy on the transactions of conservatives. Hi, I'm Dr. Ron Paul, and this is yet another reason why you need a physical gold IRA from Birch Gold Group. To learn more, text the word SHELTER to 989898 to get your free info kit on gold IRAs. Secure your IRA or 401k right now. Text SHELTER to 989898 to request your free info kit right now.
Message and data rates may apply.
Paid for by Birch Gold Group.
While former President Trump deals with that nearly $500 million appeal bond, his social media company is poised to go public this week at the stock market.
The former president could own shares of a publicly traded Truth Social that could earn billions, but he won't likely see that cash soon unless Digital World, which Truth Social is merging with, allows investors to sell their shares immediately. Meanwhile, the former president struggles to meet a legal bond before prosecutors seek to seize his assets. Eric Trump on Fox's Sunday Morning Future says that could hurt business.
People invest in America from all over the planet because they know we're the safe harbor, that this kind of stuff can't exist.
Former President Trump lashed out at New York Attorney General Letitia James, whom he says prosecuted him for doing nothing wrong. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are falling before today's trading. The Sweet 16 is set in the NCAA men's college basketball tournament.
For only the 5th time in NCAA men's basketball tournament history, the number 1 and number 2 seeds from all 4 regional brackets have advanced to the regional semifinals. Top seed Purdue beat Utah by 39 points Sunday. Top seed and reigning champion UConn won by 17 against Northwestern, which was held to 58 points. Top seed Houston, not an easy game. Cougars outscored by Texas A&M 17-5 over the final minutes in regulation. The Aggies hit a 3-pointer at the buzzer to force overtime, but Houston held on to win 100-95. Other NCAA winners Sunday, San Diego State, Alabama, Duke, Marquette, and Clemson, which took out a 3rd seed Baylor.
That's Fox's Jared Max. That win for Purdue was actually over Utah State. In the women's tournament, a 2 seed Ohio State got knocked out by Duke. Another 2nd seed Stanford beat Iowa State in overtime. Top seeds South Carolina and Texas won easily to advance to the Sweet 16 along with Baylor, Colorado, LSU, and Oregon State. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Well, it's a nice way to kick off a new work week. Plenty of sunshine today as temperatures climb into the low 60s. Partly cloudy sky overnight as we dip back down into the low 40s. For our Tuesday, most of the day will stay dry. The clouds will build though as we go throughout the day. A late day shower possible Tuesday night
and then especially as we get into Wednesday morning. We'll have another rain chance again Wednesday night into Thursday. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Folks, you know it's been cold, and we at Randy Marion Stores in Statesville, we want to make sure your car does not leave you stranded on these cold mornings. Come let us check your vehicle out with a complimentary service check. Randy Marion Chevrolet in Statesville, Randy Marion Ford Lincoln, we'll check it out to make sure that car will start on these cold mornings and get you to where you need to be. Come see us today. Make sure you're tip-top ready to go. 2024 has started off cold. Let's make sure you are ready to go.
King of Price, RandyMarionStatesville.com. Now, back to more of Good Morning LKN with Justin, Bill, and Mamie on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Good morning, okay, and 8:06. Happy Monday. Justin Ckezepis alongside Mamie and Bill. Being reminded last week of this month's Teacher of the Month nominations.
That's right.
So if you are a teacher or you know a teacher, go to WSICnews.com. You can click Teacher of the Month. You can go on WSIC News' Instagram. You can go on LKN Memes' Instagram.
That's right.
And you'll find the link to the registration form to nominate your favorite teacher.
That's it.
And maybe you are your favorite teacher.
That's true.
Okay.
You can be.
The nominees are being entered into a drawing for a $50 gift certificate to Nina's Boutique in Cornelius, a gentle whitening treatment from Brighter Smiles of Davidson, located in Huntersville, and we'll continue to pick winners.
That's right.
Month over month over month over month. And that's the opportunity for you, if you're a teacher, you know of a teacher, because we want to support and give back because we love our teachers.
We do love
We're
our
grateful
teachers.
for our teachers.
Yeah.
Because we need to educate the Kinder.
Yep. I'm very
Am I saying that
thankful.
right, Kinder? Yeah, I'm saying it right. It's German.
Oh, German. Okay.
Yeah. I started speaking that
Oh, you speak German
4
now.
seconds ago.
New language?
It just popped in my head.
Oh, it was already in there. You already knew German?
Unlocked it.
You unlocked it.
It's a superpower.
That is a superpower.
Don't ask me any words, though. That's all I know.
Okay. Just that one. Kinder.
Kinder.
Okay.
Still don't even know if I'm
But
saying it.
yeah, thankful for teachers. We're very thankful for our teachers, and we just want to celebrate them.
Yeah, and we want to continue to do that. So it'll be a contest month over month. So even if you
Correct.
don't win the first month, it's not going away.
Right.
You'll keep having your shot to win. You don't also have to re-register.
No. So once you're in, you're in. It is a random drawing. So
completely random.
Yep. So we'll just be drawing. So if you don't win this month, you have a chance to win next month, and
Or the subsequent thereafter.
on and on and on.
Because the school year is 10 months?
The school year, I think, is 10 months. Yeah, that would be right, right?
Unless it's year-round.
Are there year-round schools around here?
Maybe.
I don't know of any.
It's bound to be one at least,
I'm
right?
sure there has to be some.
And homeschool, I think you can do year-round.
I went to a year-round school.
Bill went to a year-round school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep. It was also a German immersion program.
It was a German immersion program.
I can hear him. You know that, don't you? Are you translating?
Yeah.
Okay.
You understand German?
Yeah.
Oh.
And now I know it too.
Bill, she understands German.
That's amazing.
I know.
He knows.
He can hear me too, I think.
No.
I cannot.
What's so funny?
Just feeling a little silly this morning.
Is it a little goofy?
I am feeling a little goofy. I
It's the
think
German talk,
The
isn't it?
coffee just hit. I think
You do have a Dunkin' Cup in here.
espresso just hit. Yeah.
You went with espresso today? Is that normal? I thought you just did
It's a latte.
chai
That's
latte.
what you do with a latte. Is espresso, isn't it?
I don't know anything about
She's
it.
correct.
Is
It
she?
is.
You know that game, Bill? You're familiar with that level?
Yeah.
Does Nat like the espresso? Does she dress it up like her coffee? Does she dress it up like that?
Not so much lately.
Well, sure. Yeah. But in general, like she likes it dressed up?
Yeah. Why not?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not saying hating on it. I'm just asking. Like, yeah, I don't. Demi gets the fancy ones like that.
Yeah.
I just pour the sludge right in.
Rob
Just
too.
drink it
He
up.
just straight black. I can't do it.
Yeah. It makes things easier.
Yeah, but I can't do it. It makes my life harder.
But isn't the point? Do you drink the coffee for the taste?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. You just drink it for the
For
effects.
the nutrients?
Nutrients.
Yeah.
What nutrients are in coffee?
Life.
Life. Oh.
The nutrient of life.
Awakeness.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep going.
Being here.
Motor oil.
Moving.
Petroleum. What do we call it?
No, I drink it for the taste.
Okay. Well, speaking of petroleum, we'll see if we can get Joe Berg in Studio A at 8:15. Don't know if he's going to be there that early. But
I think there was a race this weekend, right?
There definitely was a
I
race.
think I know who won. And you, okay, last name Byron.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right.
You're on it.
Do you mean like is that a racer?
No, that is a racer.
He's the top racer.
He won. Now I don't know what race it was. What was the race?
I got here the Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Road course.
Yeah.
Little road
in
action.
Texas.
I know because his mom follows me on Instagram, and we were chatting about it last night.
You and his mom? Okay.
Because she posted...
Do tell.
Nice
Yeah,
flex.
do tell.
All right, let's get it from the source. This is a breaking segment.
I
here.
watched Moana 4 times. Go ahead.
Post the sweetest pictures of her like hugging, and that's what's gonna get me into racing, really, like following the racers' moms and then posting the sweet pictures. You know,
You can
guys
start
have
a
been
group
trying.
for them.
I can start a group for them.
Yeah, they probably need support, right?
Racers'
There's probably
moms.
like they. I mean, I'm sure that they're connected in some way.
She just posted.
What
the
else did
sweetest
she have to say?
things.
Did she have anything?
Oh, she's very proud of him. So it's very
Did you
sweet.
tell her congrats for her
Yes.
son?
Yeah, I actually just said that's the sweetest picture I've ever seen, and she said thanks.
Oh, that was the extent.
That's our chat. No, I talked to her whenever she started following me about how I'm trying to get into racing, and she said that was very kind of me to follow the moms too.
Oh, that is good. You didn't ask her about Cheerwine or her favorite
I didn't ask her what her
downtown
favorite
in Lake
thing is.
Norman
No,
or
we're
anything
not
like that?
We're not good enough friends yet.
Not there
but
yet?
Yeah, we're having a good time together.
Working on it. Did you watch any of the race?
No, I know because I follow his mom on Instagram.
No, that's good though. That's how most people find out their information, and
I
that's
think
okay.
so too. Social media.
Did you watch any basketball?
I watched Thursday and Friday. I did watch. I did not watch any this weekend.
Just removed yourself completely from
I
it.
just watched the Carolina. Wait, Chapel Hill played. Did they play Saturday too, or just Friday? I watched two Chapel Hill games.
I think they played Saturday, right?
Saturday. Then I did watch Saturday. I did watch Saturday.
Did you see NC State win?
I did not see NC State win, but I know people
That was a big one.
Very excited about that one.
They got a big dude on there. Is his name Burns? I think his name is Burns for NC State.
Yeah, DJ?
Yeah, he's a big dude. So that's the thing. So when I'm watching the NC State game, I felt like it was like a Carolina Panthers play-by-play going on here with some of these players' names. You got Burns, and there was somebody else, too, who I was like, that's kind of Panthers reminiscent there. But it was not the Carolina Panthers whatsoever. Had nothing to do with them.
Right.
Because it was basketball.
Why did you
and it was
feel like-
college.
Why did you feel like it was Panthers? I'm
Because
confused.
players had the
names.
same last
They had
names.
the same last names. And I was
Burns is a very
Again,
common
I
last name.
operate for sports. I operate at a different level than most.
Gotcha.
Okay, it's just too granular that most people, and
Yeah.
so name affiliation to me is a big part of that.
So I think I've mentioned this before. My mom was a huge Chapel Hill fan. Like cried when she went to the Dean Dome.
I don't know if you mentioned that.
Is it still called the Dean Dome?
Oh yeah.
She cried the first time she stepped inside the Dean Dome. Like she's a huge fan, and so I just cheer for. She taught us to love Chapel Hill, Carolina basketball, and so
Did she tell you? Okay, so she taught you to love Chapel. Did she teach you to not like Duke?
Yes.
Okay,
We
so
weren't
that
allowed
came
to-
with
yes,
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't like Duke or State either.
So State was part of the conversation.
Part of the conversation. Although they were never, till this year, they've never been really fantastic in basketball.
It'd been quite a while.
It's been a minute. Yeah,
it's been a
since
hot
like
minute.
the 80s.
It was fun to watch them though.
Yeah.
Still is.
Yeah, because they're still in.
So yeah, my
They made it to the
sisters-
Sweet 16.
Sisters and I are like live tweeting, live texting the games. Not
You were
tweeting?
tweeting?
Not tweeting.
Oh.
Live texting the
I
game.
didn't see you live tweet.
Yeah, so it's a good
I
time.
know I turned noties on.
And my mom would always do the sparkle fingers at the TV, so that's how you get them to win. Just so you know.
Sparkle fingers?
Yeah, you just wave your fingers at the TV if
Is that spirit hands?
Yeah,
Jazz
it's not
hands?
going well. You do that, they'll win.
It fixes it.
It fixes it. Yeah.
That is a old trick, but it works.
It works.
An oldie but a goodie.
Yeah, it does. It does. It works. It worked for her for 70-some years, so
I-
she's good.
I use the methodology of shouting at the TV.
Okay.
I do find that sometimes my voice is heard. Other times,
They don't pay attention.
not heard.
Mm.
Completely ignored.
Yeah.
I gave them the exact thing they needed
You
to
told
do.
them what to do.
Score more points.
Go faster.
They didn't listen.
They didn't listen.
Nope. Usually
Get it
determined by the
in the basket, guys.
We know if they listen or not because by the end of the game, when the buzzer goes off, if the team I was trying to help didn't listen, they typically had less points.
Gotcha.
And from what I remember about sports, and again, I know I'm really deep into the weeds on this, the point is to have more points than the other team.
I believe that's how you win.
Usually.
Usually.
Unless it's golf.
That's right.
Stay where you are. There's more Good Morning LKN with Justin, Bill, and Mamie on the way from 105.9, 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, it's a nice way to kick off a new work week. Plenty of sunshine today as temperatures climb into the low 60s. Partly cloudy sky overnight as we dip back down into the low 40s. For our Tuesday, most of the day will stay dry. The clouds will build, though, as we go throughout the day. A late day shower possible Tuesday night, and then especially as we get into Wednesday morning. We'll have another rain chance again Wednesday night into Thursday. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. This Saturday, come enjoy Bergdale's first ever Easter egg hunt. Collect 10 eggs and then trade them in for special treats. The event is open to the public. No registration is required. There will be 2 hunts so all our little friends can have some fun. Egg hunt for ages 3 and under starts at 9 a.m. For ages 3 to 7, the hunt will start at 10 a.m. Saturday, Bergdale's first ever Easter egg hunt. Wagyu meatballs? French onion soup? Tomahawk ribeye? Epic Chop House is open again. Come out and have an amazing time in downtown Mooresville. For the best experience, a reservation is recommended. To schedule your reservation, visit epicchophouse.com. You can also call 704-230-1720. That's 704-230-1720. Welcome back, Epic Chop House. epicchophouse.com. Summer camps are just around the corner. Check out some of the camps happening at Kane Center for the Arts. Pottery for teens, paint, Broadway through the ages, and many more. Kane Center for the Arts is offering week-long camps starting June 10th through August 9th. For more info and to register for any of the summer camps, visit canearts.org. That's CAIN arts.org. MuralFest is back, April 25th through the 28th at Wilkes Community College, featuring nearly 100 performers, including Old Crow Medicine Show, Sam Bush, Turnpike Troubadours, the Teskey Brothers, Nickel Creek, and more. Tickets and information at muralfest.org. Listen every morning to Good Morning LKN and follow WSIC News on Instagram for your chance to win tickets. Have an event you would like to tell people about? Yard sales, estate sales, and everything in between? Visit WSICnews.com and click on events to submit your event today.
Give us a call now at 844-STUDIO-4. It's Good Morning LKN on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Good morning, LKN. 8:18. Happy Monday to you. You know when we hit that 8 o'clock hour, everything shifts. RideICats.com, alternative transportation, $3 each day, each way to commute from Iredell County to the city of Charlotte. You do it in the HOV lane and cruise with Jeff. Jeff, good morning. How are things looking now?
Good morning. There's no accidents to report, although 77 northbound in the express lane around mile marker 14, there is a disabled vehicle in the left-hand lane, so just go slow there. 77 northbound. When you get around exit 23 in Huntersville, there's some slowdown there going up to Cornelius. 77 southbound, slow-moving traffic around exit 25 to exit 23 in the Huntersville area. Everything else seems to be moving pretty good on 77 north and southbound. Statesville and Mooresville, the secondary roads, I've not heard of any issues, so hopefully everybody has a good Monday here.
All right, Jeff, we appreciate it. RideICats.com, alternative transportation, cruising the HOV lane with Jeff each morning, Iredell County to the city of Charlotte, $3 each day, each way. Sir, we appreciate you. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, have a great day.
You too. RideICats.com. Tomorrow's Tuesday. They go to the VA on Tuesday. If you've got an appointment at the VA, you're going to want to change it to Tuesday because for $1, iCats picks you up at your front door, drives you to the VA, and then for $1, they bring you right back home. Not a bad way to spend a day.
Not bad at all.
I mean, if you got to go to the VA and you have an appointment, you might as well cruise.
Right.
Not too bad. Not too shabby. The other headlines over the weekend, not really much else.
No, nothing else happened.
That was pretty much my whole life. Chick-fil-A, Russia, March Madness.
I think that was most people's weekend.
You think so?
Chick-fil-A. I'm trying to think what was in my time. And then complaining about how cold it was this weekend. That was the other thing on my
Did
timeline.
Rob golf at all?
He did on
Okay.
Sunday.
Where did he golf on Sunday? Do you know? Was it
I'm
Mallard Head?
Guessing he went to Mallard Head.
That's his go-to course.
That's his go-to, yeah. Yeah. Had a terrible day of golf.
Oh, he didn't have a
had
good
rough day. Still came home, played another 18 on the simulator.
That's the way to live life right there.
Yeah.
Did he mention the wind at all? Because it was quite windy.
He didn't. Usually if he has a bad game, he doesn't really want to talk about it, so I don't ask for any more details. When he has a good game, I can tell you all about it. But yeah, it was a bad game. His brother, though, he's teaching his brother, and he had one of his best games yet, so that made him feel good. He's at least passing on his knowledge to somebody else.
That's good.
Mhm.
I did see something on my timeline over the weekend. Somebody was golfing, and they were shooting a gun. That was simultaneous.
Golfing and shooting a gun?
Yeah, like
How
they
do
were
you do
trying to
that?
hit their golf. I don't know. It was a game they made up. Kind of like funnel. You know what I mean? Like it's similar to funnel cake.
Funnel
You know
cake,
what I mean? It's kind of
similar.
similar. So they were playing with it. And then I don't know why. After that, it was interesting how this whole algorithm thing works. So that pops up on my timeline.
Yeah.
But then subsequent to that, you know, like I guess maybe going down the resources route here. U.S. Department of Justice pops up here on my timeline.
Okay.
Justice Department launches the National Extreme Risk Protection Order Resource Center. And I go to the comments a lot of times on these things, like, you know what I mean?
That's
Especially
usually the first place I go is the comments.
government related. You know, you're
Yeah.
going to get some good ones. And so I guess, and I'll read this quote. This is from the Attorney General Merrick Garland. The launch of the National Extreme Risk Protection Order Resource Center will provide our partners across the country with valuable resources to keep firearms out of the hands of individuals who pose a threat to themselves or others.
How do they do that?
That's a great question.
How do they do that?
How do they know?
How? That's my comment. How?
Yeah, that's part of it. So that's, of course, as you can, the two sides pinning against each other, right, is what this opens the door to. The concern is like some doctors, I guess, will have like some say so, and it's
Okay.
like, you know, do we have?
If their mental health is not completely stable
I don't
or
know.
something
Look,
like that, is that what they're going to base it on? Or just if somebody says that they're kind of angry one day?
it's a fair question, and I don't know the answer to that. It
Yeah.
sounds a little subjective.
Yeah, that's a little, yeah, I just want to know how. And the gun, you know, we're dealing with some real heavy issues today.
It's Monday. I gave you two good ones,
Let's
two softballs.
Bring two things I love talking about.
Yeah. Demi texted me already, saying, just so you know, I can't wait to talk to you about what your son said walking into daycare today.
Oh,
So I'm
boy.
looking forward to that
That's going to
one.
be a fun
Yeah.
conversation, too.
Yeah.
Is it something that we said earlier?
Yeah, it's definitely about Russia. It was 100% about the Russia scenario. Yeah.
That's
100
great.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear that story.
Yeah, that'll be good.
But yeah, the gun issue, like, it's just so hard. It's so hard because the whole premise of America, right, is freedom, right? Freedom. That's the whole thing. Like, that's what we're all about. That's people want to come here and live here.
That's how I remember it.
And
That's my America.
but then, like, people use, you know, guns in bad ways, and they, you know, and then there's people with like I said earlier, mental health issues who should not be able to own a gun. But like, how do you qualify that, and how do you say like this one's okay, but this one's not? So it's a hard subject to talk about, and I get some flack because I don't ever. There's very few things other than daylight savings and taxes that I take a very hard stance on. And so, because I can always, and I like this about myself, that I can always see both sides of an issue. And so it's hard for me to take like a very hard stance on some of these political issues because I can always I understand why somebody would feel a different way. So I have a high empathy.
So I'm sorry.
rating.
In that, are you taking a stance on this
No,
one?
I'm not.
You're
because
not
I
taking
see
a
both.
stance on this one.
I mean, on this specifically, I
Right,
think
on
that-
this program.
I don't see how they do that. No, on that, I don't.
So this doesn't end up positive. This is how militias
is-
get formed.
That's not. Yeah, I don't think that's positive. I don't think this is a positive thing to do. I don't. My question's how. Like how.
It says the establishment of the center is the latest example of the Justice Department's work to use every tool provided by the landmark bipartisan Safer Communities Act. I love a good name on a bill to protect communities from gun violence.
Right. Yeah, I don't see how this is possible.
I'll be the czar. I'll be the gun czar.
You're going to be in charge of all the
Yeah,
guns?
heck yeah. Let's have
Okay.
a sit down. I'll have a conversation. Well, you have to come on the radio and do an interview for 30 minutes.
And then we decide if you get a
and then we do
gun or
an
not.
Insta poll. It's the same level of subjectivity that the government's going to put forward.
Yeah, that's what I'm just don't. They're not going to even interview people.
And I'll do this. I won't even ask your party affiliation. There, I'll go a step further than the Justice Department will. I won't even ask your party affiliation because we know that's what. Come on.
I mean,
No?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, no, maybe so.
I don't know. No, my official stance is I don't know. But this in particular, I don't see how that's possible of patrolling that, and it just seems like a way to spend more money on something that's not going to solve an issue.
And I'm asking this genuinely. Is there a scenario where more government has been better in the long term?
In the long term?
Sure.
I think
because it's an immediate need is when the government
correct.
gets involved most
now,
of the time.
What happened after the
evolves.
Depression? I feel like the government did a good job.
What they
that.
do? They gave money to everybody?
Well, the parks and the road projects they provided
investing.
jobs.
Investing.
Yes, they provided jobs for people to get out of, and then they, created Social Security for elderly and things like that because
Heck
that
yeah.
was,
Go ahead and spend it because there ain't gonna be nothing left when I get to it.
Right. But I think that initial creation was a very good, the New Deal. Like that was a
shout out Roosevelt.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, bud.
At the time,
I think that government getting involved in that was a good idea.
And let's be clear, the premise of Social Security is a good thing.
Correct.
Pay into the pot now, you get to pull out later of retirement. That's a
or even
symbiotic system.
I get them confused, Medicare, Medicaid, but the one that's for like disabled people, or is that Medicaid that's for children? I mix them up. But whichever one that is, like for people who are born with disabilities, like I'm sure there's people who have been born with disabilities who their families, or they don't have families, so they need that care from somebody else.
And there always will be people that have the need, right? That's
Correct.
why these programs are designed for true need.
Correct.
And again, I go back to the question of long term, right? Because Social Security, the problem with Social Security now is the government spends Social Security dollars not on Social Security when
Correct.
they opened it up to be able to spend the money on other things, and it's always in the negative now, basically. That's the problem with Social Security. Will they ever take that back? No, because it's a source of funds that they use, and they're not going to take that away. Long term. Anything good?
I think I know what your answer is. I was going to ask you the same question, but I feel like I feel like I know your answer, but go ahead.
I guess long-term government, like if you just look at the Constitution, right? I guess is that the best thing that we've ever done long-term is the Constitution and the Bill of Rights?
I think the Constitution was a really good
I put the Bill of Rights higher than the Constitution.
Really? The Bill of Rights higher?
It's coming back to states' right now, right? It's coming back to states' rights, and the Bill of Rights was the whole game. I mean, it came down to the Bill of Rights. It really wasn't even the Constitution. It was, hey, this is all cool in theory, but how do we stop, the singular source of power from overtaking and ending up exactly where we were?
Yeah, the Constitution, I think, is a good one too because of the ability to add the amendments, or even to be able to take away amendments too, like with
take it away
with prohibition, right? And they were like, oh, that was a bad idea. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, let's get rid of that. So they have the ability to not just add things, but to take them back too if they feel like they made a bad choice.
If they agree. Now, I don't know that anybody has agreed in the government since on anything
since maybe the Constitution. Yeah, it's been a long time since they've agreed. But it's just like I feel like everything is so divisive now, and I wish that there was more of a mindset of like we're all working towards the same goal of having an amazing country. But it's just such.
I'll be the gun czar.
It's just you're just gonna put your name out there for the gun czar.
Yeah, I mean to unify TM gun czar. That can't be TM'd yet, can it?
Gun czar?
Yeah.
Why?
It's a good term, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's catchy.
Yeah.
Marketing.
You got it. It's yours now.
I don't know if I want the job.
But I would wish that more people had the mindset of, working towards, but government's a big thing that I'll never fully understand. And I just try to do my part, especially locally, to vote for the people I think they're going to make the difference.
That are going to let you keep your guns?
Yeah. I told you the story about having to move the guns. That was fun.
Did you?
Movers won't put guns in there. Yeah. So the day that we were moving out of the condo into the house, they're like, no, we can't touch those. And I was like, so now Rob was at work. I just worked with the movers by myself. So here I am carrying just
rifles,
guns, just me taking 3-4 trips for guns, ammunition, all kinds of things.
Did the Shelby come out of you a little bit? Like, let me show you.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
I felt so weird.
See, what had happened was these were behind here. This one was taped to the back of that thing because you just never.
Yeah, you don't realize
how
much you have.
I forgot about that one.
Until you have to carry it all downstairs at one time and put it in your car.
We've got Tempo Golf up next. I have been to charity or a golf tournament where they shoot the AR-15. Have you ever done one of those?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you've never done the AR-15 shot on a golf? Oh, wow. Well, I don't think you do that inside Tempo Golf.
We'll have more Good Morning LKN coming up on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Well, it's a nice way to kick off a new work week. Plenty of sunshine today as temperatures climb into the low 60s. A partly cloudy sky overnight as we dip back down into the low 40s. For our Tuesday, most of the day will stay dry. The clouds will build, though, as we go throughout the day. A late day shower possible Tuesday night, and then especially as we get into Wednesday morning. We'll have another rain chance again Wednesday night into Thursday. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
You've never had a truck until you've had the truck, the GMC Sierra from Black Automotive. Select 2023 GMC Sierras are now up to $8,000 off at the Greater Car Trader, Black Automotive Statesville.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Is switching your wireless service to Total by Verizon easy? And you get unlimited 5G data, $25 a line for 4 lines on the unlimited plan, at an amazing price, with no contracts. Should you switch to Total by Verizon? Definitely. Find a store or switch suavemente at totalbyverizon.com. Monthly rate when you activate without a pay, plus taxes and fees. Discount begins the month after you enroll. Additional terms apply. See website for data management practices.
Hi, this is Susan. I'm excited to let you know that Lake Mountain Coffee is now available for private events. Our beautiful historic building with its 360-degree mezzanine has hosted many private parties, catered diners, and even an actual wedding. Please contact Andy at 704-252-1886 for more information. Thank you so much.
WSIC is looking for the best teacher in all of Lake Norman.
Oh, it's definitely our teacher.
Then go to WSIC's Instagram page and cast your vote. A winner will be picked each month on Good Morning LKN.
Brought to you by Nina's Boutique and Brighter Smiles of Davidson. Has anybody seen our teacher?
She's definitely accepting her award.
Hey, this is Representative Jeff McNeely. Stay right here on WSIC. I'll be on at 11 a.m. Can't wait to hear and talk to you on News Talk WSIC.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. It's a holiday-shortened trading week for Wall Street, with the markets closed in the U.S. for the Good Friday holiday. But on that day, the Fed's preferred inflation gauge will be released, and economists expect it to remain high for February, showing why the Federal Reserve is wary about cutting interest rates too soon. This week also includes reports on new home sales, durable goods orders, and third-quarter economic growth. Nissan has a new plan to sell 1 million additional vehicles in 3 years. The company said it planned to introduce dozens of new models, including more cost-effective electric vehicles, and it plans to cut the cost of the next-generation EVs by 30% and aim for cost parity between EV and combustion engine vehicles by 2030. The Walmart-backed digital marketing software firm Ibotta has filed to go public. The Denver-based company helps brands deliver mobile promotions through rewards and rebates. The proposed terms of the Ibotta IPO will be disclosed in a later filing. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
Want to talk with Justin, Bill, or Mamie? Give them a call now at 844-STUDIO-4. It's Good Morning LKN on WSIC.
Good morning, LKN. 8:34. Happy Monday to you on this. It's going to be a sunny week. You know, it's supposed to be 80, I think, by Easter.
The weekend.
Yeah. It's going to be great. It's going to be
Excited
phenomenal.
about that.
But even no matter the weather, the best part about our area is there's somewhere you can go and play golf every single day of the week. Can you play every single day of the week?
Open 7 days.
7 days. Tempo Golf Club joining us now in the studio. TempoGolfClub.com. I was trying to think of a way to. How do you guys like to describe the location? Because it's on 23. It's near the Goodwill. It's near the State Employees Credit
Wits,
Union, right?
right
Is that
next
Wits
to Wits,
Custer?
yep.
That's exactly how I do it, right?
Yeah.
It's. Do you know where the Goodwill is in Huntersville? We're in the same parking lot. Wits, same building.
Yeah.
So we've got some great neighbors there. Is that how you do it?
Yeah. And then I say, grab some ice cream and come over. Sorry, frozen custard.
We got to clarify now. There's different kinds.
There is.
There's a stoplight going in there though, so I mean I saw it up the other day. That'll be very nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And is that a positive for you guys? You guys want the stoplight there, given all the construction and everything going on?
Oh, for
and-
sure. It's
Yeah.
Our daughter goes to daycare, at least did on Gilead right there, and you can't take a left, right? So that'll be much nicer traffic flow.
Although it is reassuring when you see people with golf bags in the back and just sitting there like waiting to come in.
Yeah.
It's like building the tension.
Well, you don't know if they're going to Goodwill and they're punting and they're like, take these, or if they pick them up from Goodwill and they want to come in and try it out, right?
Tell us the origin of Tempo Golf. Like, how did it start for you guys? What was like the aha moment? Give us kind of the beginning.
You want my version?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. As long as we're live, then yeah.
So a year ago exactly, it was last January, he had presented his idea that he had been thinking about for quite some time and talking to his friends. He's originally from Minnesota.
Oh.
So there's
Where
lots
it's
of
real cold.
Real
Yeah.
cold.
Oh, yeah.
And lots of indoor golf, but also lots of golf courses, surprisingly. You can only golf a few months a year. So we had gone home for Christmas. We went indoor golfing, and he loved it. And so he's like, I've been thinking, I need a new idea. So he presents it to me almost like a formal presentation. Like, here's all the spreadsheets, because he knows I'm a data person.
Oh, when you said Matt presented, I thought you meant like to like a group of people, but you're
No,
talking about
just
in the
you.
living room status,
Yeah.
projector.
This is my group of people.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's your board of directors
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah. Advisor, I'd like to say.
Yeah.
So he presented it, and then we talked about it for a few days. We went to a friend's house over on the lake, actually, and presented the idea to them, and they were like, I think you guys could do it. So that night, we registered the LLC, and we
Bought a
started
couple
looking at
domains and
yeah.
logo design.
And so we drove around for about 2 weeks, found this location, and loved it. We loved being next to Wits, loved being next to Goodwill, and signed a lease a couple days later.
How long have you been playing golf forever, Matt? How long?
No, I would say when I was probably almost like junior high, that's one of the best memories I have with my grandpa, right? He would take me to the par 3 and he loved golf, right? And, and kind of teach me the fun of I was terrible, still am, right? But I mean, you walk along and like you learn things about, yourself and like trying to refocus. And I mean, there's so many other, tangential things about golf that you learn, right? And so I loved it from that point on. It's harder to get out there with a couple kids and stuff like that. So that was also kind of like the progeny of this, right? Like, where's a spot, right, that you could get 18 in 40 minutes, right, and be on your way.
I was wondering if I should whisper right now because you guys have your new baby boy here in the studio right now.
He could sleep through an
And he's
earthquake.
sleeping right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, and he's been jostled around by our 3-year-old all morning, and yeah, he's good. Second
Just
child.
hanging. You can take him on the course.
I am very excited for that. And
Yeah.
actually, Parker, our daughter, is getting really into golf, right? So the soonest I can, like, hey, let's go ride in the golf cart. Let's go do this. Well, maybe 3 holes at a time. We'll chunk it up. But I think that she'll like it. I really think that she'll be a golfer. So we'll get that out of this.
Yeah, she saw our shirts this morning, and she's like, "Shop? You
Yeah.
work today?
Yeah,
You
she
work?"
got excited,
And
right?
we were
Yeah.
like,
She
"Ooh,
loves it
but
there.
you don't."
She's got her little plastic clubs there, and we've got this like animal driving range, and you hit it into a cow and it moves at you, and there's a ton of
Oh.
different games and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I mean, for beginners or scratch golfers, we got something, right? And so she loves. That's probably her favorite spot.
She gets mad at me when I say Daddy's at the shop, and she can't go.
Oh, so true family business going on
Oh, yeah.
here.
If
Mhm.
we're both there on the weekends, she's there. Now he's been working a lot of events for a few months, and now he'll be going there.
How does that translate into the business? Because you guys also mentioned you have a lot of schools that come in and play. So tell us about that, kind of what the programs are like right now and the offerings you guys are doing.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much awesome feedback that you get from the simulators and the machines and the putting devices that we have. That we've got a couple local high schools that have come in, and charter schools. Lake Norman Christian's in there right now, and they bring their whole golf team, and they just either take the place over or whatever, and then we figure it out. Yes, we'd like to give back in some way, right? And we kind of reach a middle ground and say, here you go. I mean, the place is yours. Here's the keys. And they split into teams and do scrambles, or they work on putting drills, or sometimes it's more hands-on, sometimes it's more like a scrimmage kind of thing, and it's been awesome. I mean, that's some of like the biggest warm fuzzies that I get is when I see like the high school teams and they're practicing, getting better. You hear like growing the game, right? Maybe it's in our own way, right? But making the game more accessible has been kind of our whole thing, and so that's the conduit. I mean, that's so cool to see.
So then for the public side of it, do you have to be a member? Do you have to make a tee time? How do you guys do that too?
Yeah, you can make a tee time online or call our front desk. We also take walk-ins. Some days are easier than others.
Sure.
Yep.
But you can also be a member. So we do have a lot of people that were coming during lunchtime. So we called them like our working warriors. They would have their teams call up and they'd be hitting a couple.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we have a weekday membership that makes it, you can come for a few hours a day and it makes it a lot more affordable. And then we have an anytime membership. That's a lot of our sales guys. They bring a lot of their friends and they come a lot. So it's really open to other, but we cap the memberships to make sure that it's still open to the public.
Because you want to make sure that people can actually come in and it's not
That's the whole
just...
point.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
It's very weather driven. So like if it does get really cold or rainy or muddy or something like that, you'll suddenly see like a spike on the tee sheet. So
I can imagine.
we'll get phone calls. But yeah, we're probably busy at that time. So, I mean, but yeah, memberships, leagues, lessons.
So you mentioned leagues. Talk to me about the leagues.
Yeah.
Leagues are fun. You know about the
That's
leagues?
yeah. So my husband Rob is in a league, and
Yeah.
It's his third one, I think.
this is his third one. Yes, he's a big fan.
Yeah.
And he must like it. He's coming back for
Score
a third
going
time.
down. Score going down.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
is a positive
That's
in
what you
golf.
want.
Yeah.
That's what you want. I think he came in like last for his first one.
Yeah, but he wins.
But
last
you
place
win. Yes,
pays
last place wins,
at Temple
too.
Golf Club.
That's not bad.
So yeah, we split into flights. We don't want to do like a fully handicapped, like net kind of like too serious, but we kind of group you so that even if you are a 18 handicap or whatever, you can still win a prize. We give away some gift cards and hats, and we're in there having a good time. You meet people, right? There's some little rivalries and some little. That was the most Southern I've ever sounded in my whole life.
Rivalries.
Rivalries. I don't know where that. There's too much pollen out there.
Going nowhere.
Yeah, I promise, Minneapolis. But friendships, and then we've gotten into the Rotary clubs, or North Cross has like some great charity events, and we'll take some of our members and do a scramble outside on the real course as well. So I mean, like the Rolodex of people meeting each other is one of the best, intangible things that has been a huge positive out of Temple Golf Club. That feels great. So, but the leagues are great. They're, 6 weeks for $150.
Yep.
Play on your own schedule.
Nice.
Friday nights usually, right?
Yeah.
You usually see a pattern with folks coming in, and then they'll group up their tee time so they can play together, and then we go play. What did we do? We went from actually Trump here, right here on Lake Norman, and then we went to like Bandon Dunes the next week, and Japan the week after that. So very cool to just be like rotating around, and we open it up to the members. Like, what do you want to do? Right? And the league members, what do you guys want to do? So,
So that whole concept of having multiple courses to play, what's that been like for you guys? Like, do a lot of people ask for more? Like, oh, can you get this course? Can you get this course? Can you get this course? What's that like?
My favorite's when someone's like, okay, well, what courses do you have? I'm like, well, how much time do you have? We have about 700 plus.
840
what area
now.
of the world do you want to play in?
840 courses?
842 last. We just had an update a couple days ago.
So what course do you not have? Are there 840? No, there's definitely more than 842
There's more than that, I'm
golf
sure,
courses,
all over
right?
the world.
Yeah.
Right, all over the world. But yeah.
What's like your favorite, Matt?
Man, I love goofy golf in real life as well. So I love Tobacco Road, right? That's a great spot, local-ish, right, to Charlotte, right? It's North Carolina course. That's super fun on the machines as well, right? So I would say Tobacco Road would be up there. And it's really fun to play like international courses where I probably won't,
Right.
And obviously some famous ones. So I'm probably not going to play Augusta, but I can. I would say like something like that would be some of the more popular ones that people come in, and then they get their butts kicked by Augusta, and they're like, hold on, can we play Paynes Valley, something more open, right? That's what I see at least.
Yeah. We got some new putt courses. I like those ones.
Oh, putt
too?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Pitch
we
and
have
putt and little par three
barnyard
course.
too. Yep.
Mhm.
That's where our daughter goes. Like she'll go right up with her clubs. We have a couple videos of her. She'll wheel her clubs right in, and she'll walk up and want to play in the barnyard and hit the cow. And
Oh, wow.
so I like those games because it makes it kind of fun.
You mentioned the putting now a couple of times. What are some of the technology and tools you guys have for people that want to work on their short game?
Yeah, we've got a system in there called Putt View. So it's a 10-foot putting area, and there's a couple holes on there, and it's augmented reality, right? So there's, just like the simulators, there's cameras and projectors that monitor the speed and the movement of the golf ball, right? And there's immediate visual output, right? So it shows you the ideal aim line and break line and where you should putt it.
It's like Tiger Vision.
A little bit, but it doesn't do like the bump bump. Do you remember that? Tiger Woods.
Yeah, I see like speakers on the
09.
side. Yeah, the heartbeat.
Yes, we'll have to incorporate that maybe. But yeah, so it shows you how you should putt it, and then based off your speed and your contact, so that from a training point, right? And like the high school teams are loving that, right? We do lessons in there. People love that. Immediate feedback, just like the simulators. Like, oh, that wasn't a great shot, right? That's easy to see. But our tech can show you why, which is like the biggest part of it. So, and then of course the putting device has tic-tac-toe, beer pong, all bunch of like event and like party starter games, which is cool.
Matt and Kristen Wilson of Tempo Golf joining us now in studio. TempoGolfClub.com.
More Good Morning LKN with Justin, Bill, and Mamie is on the way from 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Well, it's a nice way to kick off a new work week. Plenty of sunshine today as temperatures climb into the low 60s. Partly cloudy sky overnight as we dip back down into the low 40s. For our Tuesday, most of the day will stay dry. The clouds will build though as we go throughout the day. A late day shower possible Tuesday night, and then especially as we get into Wednesday morning. We'll have another rain chance again Wednesday night into Thursday. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. This Saturday, come enjoy Birkdale's first ever Easter egg hunt. Collect 10 eggs and then trade them in for special treats. The event is open to the public. No registration is required. There will be 2 hunts so all our little friends can have some fun. Egg hunt for ages 3 and under starts at 9 a.m. For ages 3 to 7, the hunt will start at 10 a.m. Saturday, Birkdale's first ever Easter egg hunt. Wagyu meatballs? French onion soup? Tomahawk ribeye? Epic Chop House is open again. Come out and have an amazing time in downtown Mooresville. For the best experience, a reservation is recommended. To schedule your reservation, visit epicchophouse.com. You can also call 704-230-1720. That's 704-230-1720. Welcome back, Epic Chop House. epicchophouse.com. Summer camps are just around the corner. Check out some of the camps happening at Kane Center for the Arts. Pottery for Teens, Paint, Broadway Through the Ages, and many more. Kane Center for the Arts is offering week-long camps starting June 10th through August 9th. For more info and to register for any of the summer camps, visit canearts.org. That's CAIN arts.org. Merlefest is back, April 25th through the 28th at Wilkes Community College, featuring nearly 100 performers, including Old Crow Medicine Show, Sam Bush, Turnpike Troubadours, the Teskey Brothers, Nickel Creek, and more. Tickets and information at merlefest.org. Listen every morning to Good Morning LKN and follow WSIC News on Instagram for your chance to win tickets. Have an event you would like to tell people about? Yard sales, estate sales, and everything in between? Visit WSICnews.com and click on events to submit your event today.
That morning pep talk for Lake Norman, Statesville with Justin, Bill, and Mamie now on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Good morning, LKN. 8:48. Happy Monday to you. Tempo Golf Club. Matt and Kristen Wilson joining us now in studio. TempoGolfClub.com. All right, so the advantage, obviously, of the simulator, you can play golf any day of the week. I mean, you can play literally 365. Well, this year, 366 days.
That's right.
366 days. That's a cool thing. You can do an extra day even this year with you guys.
Perfect. Close on Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. But even then, the concept of time, right? Because like you go to a course, it's like, what, 4 hours,
4
you
hours,
figure,
yeah.
right? You do the simulator, it's a
is it
little
4?
less.
Well, yes.
Depends.
19th hole at the clubhouse.
4, 6, 12.
But
I gotta
even
golf with Rob.
even beyond the virtual simulator, you guys do this quick game, short game stuff too. I'm seeing here on your website. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so actually, Operation 36 had, let's see, I think they have 3 different courses, and it challenges you. Right? You start from like 25 yards, then 50, and you can have all these little challenges to try and like, oh, okay, let's work on approach shots, right? Or, you know, pitch and putt, or little 9-hole challenges and stuff like that. So yeah, of course, there's tons of different ways to use the machines. Yes.
Do people come in and specifically request the short game stuff and like maybe like for the lunch break type thing? Is that what that's common for?
I see it a lot with 2 groups of people. Members who are always on there like, oh, I want to compete against another club somewhere else, and we can do all that, right? And represent Tempo Golf Club, or I think Justin, right?
Yeah.
And then I also the employees who are in there, and if it is slower, they're in there messing around, which is all good because they need to know how to use the machines, right?
Sure.
So they're in there dabbling, I'll say, right? But they are all over like the little challenges, and hey, this is new, and I tried it out, and they usually, I would say, half the time bring their sticks to work, and you know. are waiting. Like, okay, all right, I cleaned up. Let's go play some golf.
Do you find it that people are coming in for the fun of playing the game, or most people they come into a simulator because they want to get better at the game? Is there a distinction?
What would your split be on that?
I mean, I say 50-50.
I was going to say the same thing.
It depends on the time of day. The daytime people are people that are really trying to like dial it in. We've got a couple like local college team members that come in all summer long, and then members that come all over lunch. And then I'd say weekends and nights are a lot of like, I just love the game and I want to keep playing, but less about like that. I'm just trying to like really focus.
So how many people can come in at how many people can come into Tempo Golf and play all at once? Like how many?
We usually say like 4 golfers per bay would be like comfortable, but there's also a big open space and the putting, and the bar, right? There's other stuff to do. So, I mean, we can pack the place pretty good.
And how many bays do you guys
we
have?
got 4 bays. So, and one person is always swinging in the bay at one time, right? So,
so it can get tight in there with that many people.
I mean, we can have easily, because I think the machines have up to 12 each, and if you're playing a scramble or you're rotating in or something like that, it's like a bowling alley, right? You can go get a beer, go to the bathroom, whatever, right? So we can get a bunch of people in there.
This weekend we had like an impromptu guy had a bunch of his friends come in and 20 golfers were playing. They booked it for 4 hours and they just played together.
Yep.
It was like a meetup.
9 holes at Augusta. They broke into teams, and he's like, I got a bunch of people in town, and they made their own little game, and then they finished early, right? And they wanted to, play the 19th hole at Payne's or, make some other competitions, little skins game. I think I maybe saw a little $5 bill sliding around, doing a little side action. So
have you like hit a hole in one inside the simulator or anything like that yet by chance?
I have not. I got close. Always close, right? Horseshoes and hand grenades. Kind of thing. There was not a hole in one for all summer. Yeah, I think, and then an employee got one in October. Bowden did, right? And since then we've had like 6, and so now we've got a big plaque on the wall, right?
Yeah,
and like little trophies.
Yeah,
and then someone about a month ago, it was a scramble, last month's scramble, got a hole in one on the wrong hole. It was such a terrible shot. He shanked it. It went off of a tree.
Nice.
And then it went on like the 10th hole, bounced on the green and in the hole, and it gave him a 1. And I was like, okay, well, you guys weren't going to win anyways, but we'll do something for this. So he's got a plaque too. So we
sounds like something that happened to me, right? Yeah, that's pretty good.
We celebrate those. Oh yeah,
the shank, not the hole in one. That was,
I don't know whether to DQ you or keep the 1. Let's just keep going.
The technology side, is it a lot to maintain? Because I imagine just like all day long, just like the balls hitting toward the screens and all that kind of stuff, and all that. What's that like?
Yeah, I would say more the consumables, right? We go through turf. We've got screens already in boxes, so when we have like a nice day, maybe we'll shut down and like replace screens because they get beat on, right? 100,000 shots into each.
Yeah.
Thing. The hardware and the software, it just updates and maintaining, and hopefully something doesn't like a 60 doesn't hit the side of the launch monitor and hurt something. But usually it's just consumables and upkeep, lots of maintenance on the things that get beat up. Obviously it's a high impact game.
Is there a particular day of the week that you find is like a little slower than other days of the week for it? Like
no.
Or is it pretty consistent, you think, across?
It's consistent, and then Tuesdays were slammed.
I was going to say, you're still doing your Tempo Tuesdays, right?
Tempo Tuesday is part of our commitment to accessibility, so it's half off.
Oh, nice.
All our bays are flat rates for the bay per hour, so you could have 4 friends in there and split it 4 ways. So when we're half off, it's $24, split it 4 ways.
That's a killer deal right there. Where are you going to play?
$6 golf.
Yeah, where are you going to find that to play with? That doesn't come around too often. Okay, let me ask you this, and because I know you'll all be honest. So locally, when you do go out and play outside, because you don't just play indoor golf, I would imagine. You play outside real golf from time to time.
Correct, yes.
What courses do you like to play locally around town?
I heard Mallard Head earlier, which is always fun, right?
Yeah. You ever had the meatloaf sandwiches there at Mallard Head?
I have not. I've been with a friend a couple times, and I mean the course is just, it feels a little different in there, right? A little smoky clubhouse, right? You're weaving through some of the backyards. I mean that's kind of a fun thing. I got lost the other day on the peninsula, and I was like, oh, I think that's Mallard Head, like hole 14. I think to get out here. I love Verdict Ridge. I said like goofy golf things earlier. Not that it's goofy, but there's elevation changes. There's some totally unfair greens if you're on the wrong tier of the green. There's some things, maybe it's just I can blame something if I shoot really poorly. Like with a Verdict Ridge, it's a challenging golf course.
Verdict Ridge and Skybrook are the same way. Like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's so fun. Like if I'm going to go out there and shoot a 95 or whatever anyways, right? Like let's go have a day, right? So I love those. I have not played the new Birkdale yet, and we live very close to it, so we have to get back out there. But it's funny because the 9th hole is what I would complain about every time, right?
Yes.
But I think that's when they changed. That's a par 3 now, so I got to get out there. But those would be 3 locally that I've definitely played and love to. There's lots of great golf up here.
There's so much golf up here. Isn't that what's
I don't think I've ever
wild?
played a course, in this area that I've been like, yeah, maybe, right? But
Questionable.
Right? Questionable. It's a great golf area, so it's fun to be part of the golf community up here.
And for the people that maybe are new to golf, right, and they're doing some lessons or they're interested in lessons, do you guys? I see you have them listed on your site. How does the lessons part work for you guys?
You don't take lessons from me. We partner you with some local professionals, and we find a time that works for both of you. And you get in there and you half an hour, pack of 5 lessons, whatever it is, and then you can either work, if you're an advanced golfer, you can work on like, hey, I've been drawing my 7, I want to make it a fade, whatever, and we can really dial it in. Or it can be, we have lots of beginner golfers. Hey, I got this as a gift card for Christmas. That's super fun, right?
And do you find people are engaging on the lessons? Are there more people actually trying to learn golf at this point, or is it such like a golf area that like Mames is just going to ride the cart right forever? She's just accepted it. And my wife, she's just going to ride the cart forever. She's just accepted it. Are there still people wanting to learn the game?
Yeah, I see a lot of, hey, I haven't played in a few years and I really want to like fine tune. Can you connect me with someone? So that's what we've been getting a lot lately. And I would say it's like 1 or 2 lessons a week right now, and it's trending up. So I think people are gearing up for the summer and they want to get back into it.
Yeah, not everybody's like Rob who will play 365 days a
Right.
year, inside, outside, wherever.
Yeah.
Where do you play, Justin?
I like Mallardhead.
Okay.
That's where I grew up playing Mallardhead in Burkdale here.
Yeah.
I played a couple. I like Skybrook too. Verdict Grid and Skybrook I put in the same category.
Sure.
We'll go up like to Twin Oaks though and play in Statesville and just play to hit the ball because it's just fun being outside. So.
Yeah, even like Mooresville from like a public.
Yeah.
Oh, what a great track.
It's hard to get a tee time there.
can't
Though,
even.
you know
As
what
far
I
as
mean?
riding the cart and having that Mooresville's my place. That's
Or
my
I'll
favorite.
bum a friend who's a member at like Northstone, which I enjoy
Yeah.
playing.
Brilliant.
Northstone's great too. I played Cowans Ford before, which I really like Cowans Ford. I never could bring myself to be a member at any of these places because I like playing the different spots. That's what I've just
and you may have
realized.
missed the boat on that. I mean,
Yeah.
when we moved up here, I had a couple phone calls out to like Northstone was
Yeah.
one of them. They had like a young executive kind of thing, and I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, oh yeah, I can't, but maybe in the future.
Yeah.
Well, guess what the future is?
Yeah, 3-year waiting
3X,
period. Yeah.
3X this thing. So, Temple Golf Club.
Yeah,
That's where we
absolutely.
golf.
We play all the courses
Yeah.
all over the world.
Now, if people don't have clubs, let's say even, do you guys have clubs that they can use if they come in?
For sure. We just got new Callaways, or more Callaways on the Black Friday.
We break a lot of clubs.
We do. And the video footage playback of clubs breaking is fantastic.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can watch it crack down the middle or a head blow up. It's very impressive. And then we actually have leveraged our neighbor Goodwill quite a few times and
Nice.
got some extra clubs. And so
Oh, that's
we
a
have,
genius move, though.
It's a
That's
whole free
great.
wall. So it's for
Yeah.
anyone that wants to try it. We've got righties, lefties, juniors, women's. Even a couple little tykes clubs in there. So all ages, all sizes.
So this is the time of year where we're getting warmer out. We're getting excited about golf. People are watching. I've got the Masters coming. You guys doing anything for the Masters coming up?
Yeah, I think we'll do probably an event for the Masters. We've got some people that have already looked to book the place for their event for the Masters. Like, oh, hey, the Wednesday of or the Thursday of, I'd like to have it, and we can play it, right? But we've also got like the big video wall on the side of the building there and inside, and people can watch the Masters as they golf it or whatever. So, and then on the Goodwill thing, I hope I'm not putting them out, but like Tuesdays, they get new stuff from other Goodwills. So usually we run in there. Tempo Tuesday is also, I sneak across the street and be like, oh, who dropped off a set of lefties
That's
that
right.
they don't want anymore? Because I will pick that up for 60
You got to look out for the lefties. Shout out to
There you
Bill,
go.
who's a lefty too,
Bill.
and he
And
got a
picked
set
up
of
his
clubs
left
for,
hand. Look at that.
Yeah, see, there it is. He got a set of clubs for Christmas, and he's starting to play. So there you go. You
Perfect.
got somebody. We'll have to
Come
bring him by
break 'em in.
Tempo. Yeah, exactly, absolutely. Well, thank you for hanging out with us. Anything else you guys want people to know just about Tempo or anything? I mean, besides this beautiful baby boy you got here, that you
Handsome,
you guys
huh?
sleeping it all these days? What's going on?
4.5 last night.
Did you see
Yeah.
these mugs we brought in?
Yeah.
We get-
These are
I think
lovely.
Stanley might be the next partnership or something like that. We get those big
It's
things.
a knockoff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the knockoff's the way to go.
Yeah.
Matt and Kristen Wilson of Tempo Golf Club, tempogolfclub.com. Whether you're looking to just go and shoot maybe, or, swing the sticks for a little bit during lunch.
Shoot
You want,
guns.
yeah. Well, yeah, we could do that. You do that. You've done the AR on
I
a golf.
have. I heard
see.
that.
I knew that was
Yeah.
a real thing,
The
man.
first thing in my head, I'm like, I wonder if the screens could do it. If you back off maybe 20 feet, right? We can try.
She's
it.
not happy right now. I had planned it a bad. I'm with Matt on this one
Yeah.
though, right?
You shoot it and it goes like this in the air.
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
could probably put duck hunt on the projector.
We'll start there.
We'll start with duck hunt. Either way, Tempo Golf Club located in Huntersville. If you know where the Goodwill's at, if you know where Witt's Custard's at, then you know where Tempo Golf Club is at. Thank you guys so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in. Congrats again on your beautiful baby
Thanks.
boy.
Appreciate it.
By the way, TempoGolfClub.com.
Serving you better than ever before. 105.9, 100.7. WSIC, Statesville, Morrisville, North